Literally, you are getting everything Sammy Guevara through the lens of his camera as he takes his wrestling career to new heights. He is trained from Booker T's school, so therefore he comes from the reality of wrestling. One of the reasons we will forever support you because we love, I'm coming for you, nigga. Sorry, bro. Anything Booker T, we support. Sammy Guevara came from his school, came from the reality of wrestling, and now he's alive and well in AEW. On TNT's Colorized Classics. Why should you check out the Sammy Guevara channel? What can I say? This dude is awesome. He's awesome. Like I said, he went to Booker T's school, so I'm riding with him for that. Always. He's in AEW Wrestling, where he is a member of Chris Jericho's Inner Circle faction. And what can I say? He's probably the best thing about that faction, hands down. What's the best thing about Sammy Guevara's channel? He's an ECW. He's a living embodiment of an ECW blossoming before your very eyes. He does not get enough credit for some of the things that he does. Like literally, it was not a botch when he did that. What, he did like a 550 or a 650 flip off the top rope, through Matt Hardy, through a ladder. Sammy Guevara is a living legend on the rise, and we get to witness greatness grow. Trust me when I tell you, if you want to watch a new up-and-coming talent, and AEW has dozens of brand new talent. But this guy in particular, Sammy Guevara, I got my eye on you, boy. You clowning. Check out his channel. Like, share, subscribe. You will not be disappointed. Alright, this next channel, Simon Miller. What? Who is Simon Miller? Alright, another guy in his About tab being funny. I'm not gonna call you a bald idiot. Alright, this is Simon Miller from What Culture's personal channel. He gives you updates on his wrestling journey, fitness videos, reactions, music videos, trailers, whatever works, mental health blogs, reviews, lists, whatever else comes to mind when he's talking. I mean, this is a very passionate guy. I am interested in just about everything that this guy talks about. Why should you check out Simon Miller? Because it's the same guy that does the ups and the downs on What Culture Wrestling. And I say the guy is bloody good at it. What can I say? You're going to love this guy. Check out What Culture. We reviewed them down on our wrestling playlist as well. On a weekly basis, he reviews Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, Impact. Might even catch him saying something about New Japan and Ring of Honor. I mean, for all things happening in wrestling, you need to watch Simon Miller, hands down. What's the best thing about this guy? Well, other than everything that I just said, he's actually an indie wrestler. And on this channel, you get to see and follow him rise and fall through injuries and aspirations and all that great stuff and adversity and triumph on a day-to-day basis, as this is like a video vlog channel for his independent wrestling career. You get all the ups and downs of being a great wrestler. That's what he would say. So, if you're interested in the ins and outs of being an indie wrestler, this is a nice place to start. Check out Simon Miller. Like, subscribe. He's gonna love that I told you to do that. Love that guy. Thank you, Simon. Indie wrestler as well. So, really identify with you. Appreciate you. So, in my Simon Miller voice, this last channel, and most definitely not least, today will be Rusev Day. Like I did the first time. This channel, 2B Miro TV. What is 2B Miro TV? So this is Miro, here now in AEW, formerly known as Rusev from Rusev Day in the WWE. Those guys. As a wrestler, anime lover, and all-around handsome guy, you will find highlights from his Twitch stream, some of his workouts, personal life. New videos are up every other day. We don't even need to say it, but this guy's awesome. Why should you check out 2B Miro? I mean, because if you were a fan of this guy when he was over there, now he's in AEW and he's under control of himself, and he has been a beast. He is currently AEW's TNT television champion, so to speak. I mean, the guy's on a living rampage. He's telling you that he's the best man for a reason. What's the best thing about Miro TV? Well, not only are you getting to see one of your favorite wrestlers, but keep in mind, he is also married to the beautiful Lana, who also just got released from, like I That's it. That's why I don't even want to say that. Soon, I'm pretty sure his beautiful wife will be alongside him right here in AEW. You get to watch all of that and witness that here on his channel. So it's almost like you got a wonderful here on 2B Miro, because not only is it Miro the wrestler, but it's Miro the person. And when I get to learn, or when I get to see something about my wrestler that I love so much in his personal life, it just makes me identify with him so much more. So 2B Miro TV, if you're a wrestling fan, especially AEW fans, go check out Miro. I keep thinking Rusev, that's why I'm not trying to say it no more. Miro. Go check him out, man, he's awesome. Alright, let's recap. Today's episode, wrestling contents. First channel, Sammy Guevara. AEW, soon to be legend. Check him out. You're gonna love all things Sammy Guevara on his channel. The next channel I gave you, Simon Miller. And what can I say? This whole episode gets 3 of them to be exact. Check out Simon Miller, can't go wrong. And check out What Culture Wrestling. They got all things What Culture. They got various different channels from pop culture to wrestling. Check them out. You're gonna love What Culture as well. And last but not least, Rusev Day, 2B Miro TV. If you're a wrestling fan, this will help you with your wrestling vice. If this has been your first time, please like, share, subscribe. I've been your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. I can do that too, I'm just not gonna do it. Hey, until next time, peace, deuces. Welcome to YouTube's TV Guide, where we tell you how to find videos on YouTube. This is the table of contents, where we cover podcasts, comedians, comics, tech channels, gaming, and so much more. Giving you all the channels that you should know about. Let's begin. So, welcome back to the YouTube table of contents. I'm your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We got new set, new season, new episodes today. So hey, y'all know how it is in the YouTube world. You get bigger, you get better, you grow, and you get to do upgrades. So we're just doing things on a smaller level, even bigger. So we hope you look forward to it. Stick with us. Big things are coming. We got more shows. We got new podcasts coming. Just stay tuned. Now, all right. This next episode, YouTube podcast. So we got some more podcast contents for you. And we're going to start it off today. We got Gary Owens with the Get Some podcast. One of my favorite legendary comedians, Michael Collier with the Michael Collier Morning Show. I love my job, I love my job, I love my job. I love this YouTube job. And Drink Champs. Make some noise. Yo, let's begin. Alright, this next channel, Gary Owens and the Get Some podcast. What is Gary Owens and the Get Some podcast? It's basically a walk in Gary Owens' life and all of his various different partners and camaraderies, if you will, in the art of acting, comedian, thespianism. All of his friends that he's met in his walk of life in Hollywood, he interviews them right here on the Get Some podcast. He even got to interview his evil twin, Tommy, from what's that show, Power. Awesome interview. Why should you check out Gary Owens? Because, I mean, literally, Gary Owens has been a part of the black community for about 30 years now. I mean, I'm old school. I'm comic view old school. So if you remember Gary Owens and you've been wondering what he's been up to, yo, he's been here doing this. Check this out. What's the best thing about his show? Yo, like I said, he interviewed Tommy from Power. He's interviewed various members of the various different movies he's been on. We still waiting on that Kevin Hart interview. He's waiting on that Kevin Hart interview. You get all things Gary Owens here on the Get Some podcast, as well as on this channel. He'll throw a lot of his stand-up comedy sets. He'll throw up sets that he might have done on the road. All kinds of stuff. Chop up his different He chops up his different hour-long specials and give you them diced up into various different segments. I mean, everything Gary Owens is right here on Gary Owens' channel, the Get Some Podcast. If you've been looking for him, remember being a fan of this guy. He was a host of Comedy View. I mean, come on, man, what gets better than that? That's like one of the best things about Gary. He has been in our homes for many years. Thank you, Gary. Like, share, and subscribe. Go check out the Get Some Podcast hosted by Gary Owens. You won't be disappointed. Alright, this next channel, the Michael Collier Morning Show. What is the Michael Collier Morning Show? Here you will find a various array of interviews for the masses, but one of America's funniest leading comedians, Michael Collier himself. He will be showing off his first season on this channel, the Michael Collier Morning Show, which has one of my favorite segments. I love my job, I love my job, I love my job. He gets up a little late, but it's his newest series that he's came out with today. He also has a new series called Talking With as well. Maybe you'll get to rub elbows with him and a couple of high knobs. Yo, he drops stuff weekly, throughout the week, every day. If you don't know him, Google him. He's Googleable. Welcome and pure peace. Why should you check out the Michael Collier Morning Show? He's one of my all-time favorite comedians. I've even met him a couple of times. He does a segment every Wednesday called I Love My Job, I Love My Job, when he calls a random person that sends in and signs up for this, where they win prizes, trips, and etc. I mean, I've been watching this guy since he was on Venice Beach in Hollywood, no stage, performing in front of a crowd full of strangers. I mean, literally, this man embodies what it is to be a human entertainer, and he truly is a master comedian. What is the best thing about Michael Collier? I mean, you're watching a legend at his best. He's been on Def Jam, House Party 3, Who Made the Potato Salad. I know a lot of y'all might have not seen that movie. Urkel was in it. Jaleel White, shouts out to you. Poetic Justice, he's been in Norbit. The list goes on. As far as I'm concerned, he easily should be in the running to take the spot of Tom Joyner's morning show. The Michael Collier Morning Show should get the crew. I'm putting it in the universe. If you've ever been wondering whatever happened to Mike, he's been doing this. Check out his channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. You will not be disappointed. Alright, this next channel, and most definitely not least, Drink Champs, hosted by DJ Effin and one of the world's greatest Virgos, Nori himself. What is Drink Champs? They've been picked up for Revolt. Nori and DJ Effin, his DJ from Miami, they have been doing this on their own for years, and he got picked up by Revolt. Shouts out to Puff Daddy. What can I say? He's showing a lot of love. Shouts out to the Versus and Triller Entertainment. Y'all doing y'all thing. Drink Champs is the next one to make it onto Revolt, and here they interview everybody, and they single-handedly have coined the phrase, we're trying to give you your roses while you are here. Why should you check out Drink Champs? Because one, if you're a hip-hop head, you gotta support Nori. Come on, man. This is Capone and Noriega, War Report. You have to support hip-hop history. And what can I say? I mean, he's also a Virgo like myself. Nori has a great mind when it comes to interviewing. He's a fascinating entertainer. What's the best thing about Drink Champs? Other than Nori and DJ Effin, their back and forth banter, Nori gives great interviews. He has great questions that he asks. Quote the Wu-Tang. Look at the answers you be giving. Nori be giving some great questions. I tell you, Nori gives great questions for these dudes. And a lot of them, we're getting drunk, and a lot of them, we're getting drunk while we're doing the interview. So that's probably one of the funniest things, is a lot of people can't take their liquor, and it does show. Especially on the earlier episodes. They might have toned it down a little bit since they've been on Revolt. Other than that, Tiger Bomb. To me, that's my best thing about the show. Check out the show to find out what Tiger Bomb is. You can search Drink Champs. They did have a channel. I don't know why they don't have a channel anymore. Maybe it's because they're on Revolt. And you do. Go to Revolt's channel to find Drink Champs. Support Nori. Yep, what can I say? What is one of my favorite Nori songs of all time. And then when I found out that you're a Virgo, we might either be the same year, or you're a year ahead of me, or I'm a year ahead of you. But yeah, it blew my mind that we're both Virgos. So, shouts out to Drink Champs. They coined that. Everybody's stealing that. Even Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart got that from them. I'm giving them credit. Like I said, check out Drink Champs. Alright, so let's recap. Today's episode, podcast. It was the first one I gave you. Gary Owens, Get Some Podcast. Check out Gary Owens, all things Gary Owens here on his channel, as well as his stand-up. Can't go wrong. Check out Get Some Podcast. Next channel was Michael Collier and the Michael Collier Morning Show. I love my job, I love my job, I love my job. Hey, being a YouTuber is truly one of the greatest jobs you possibly could have, and I love every second of it. Last but not least, Drink Champs. Make some noise. Coin that. That's all them. They just want to give you your roses while we still have you. Check out Drink Champs. Check out Michael Collier. Check out Gary Owens. You won't be disappointed. If this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. I have been your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. New set, new episodes. We need new subscribers. Until next time. Welcome to YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Welcome back. These next episode, we bring to you space content. I got 3 channels for you. I got Nocturnal News, Smart Banana, and Seeker. Let's begin. This first channel, Smart Banana. What is Smart Banana? Space. If you love space, you're gonna love Smart Banana. Because basically it's all facts about space. That's what Smart Banana is. Why should you check them out? Because if you're looking for answers about space, literally, this is the best place for you to come. Smart Banana has probably already went there, and they have plenty of binge-worthy material for you to revel in for all of your questions. What's the best thing about Smart Banana? This is the place to go nuts for outer space. I mean, plain and simple. If you have any questions about the planets, comets, asteroids, alien life, whether it exists or not, or if it could, Smart Banana has touched on this various times on this channel. If you got a scientific mind, maybe a nerd mind, this is the channel for you. Check out Smart Banana. This next channel, Seeker. What is Seeker? Seeking out powers to the curious to understand science shaping our world. They tell award-winning stories about the natural forces and groundbreaking innovations that impact our planet, our lives, and planetary life in our universe. Why should you check out Seeker? Not getting away from the space thing, but the more knowledge from outer space and how our planets work and how the universe works and all things that we know so far can be found right here on Seeker. What's the best thing about Seeker? Well, not only is all things about space, but they have a new series called Lightspeed, which is literally them using solar power to power vehicles to get around the world. And I think they might have like a host. The first season's got like 5 episodes, possibly more, but I got up to 5. But yeah, like I say, all things science and space, Seeker's got you covered, and they touch on the science of technologies that come from outer space, like solar power. So that was one of the things that I appreciated from them. So if you like stuff like that, check out Seeker, man. Seeker's got some good stuff about outer space. The mechanics, if you will, like space shuttles, rocket power, solar power especially is what caught my attention. Check them out. Like them, subscribe, Seeker. It's the channel for you. This next channel, Nocturnal News. What is Nocturnal News? They cover UFO sightings, conspiracies, and theories. They give you a daily dose of the truth with videos and updates on a daily basis. They try to drop a video at least once a day. Why should you check out Nocturnal News? Well, they support the underground independent media bringing you the truth. That's not your typical clickbait channel. They appear to be the real deal. Veteran reporters and journalism, failure is not an option. What's the best thing about Nocturnal News? I mean, you know, as the YouTube algorithm goes, there are not too many decent UFO channels out there. Like, if you want to know more about the UFO phenomenon in general, check out Nocturnal News. He's a great guy. Seems like he has a great spirit. Been watching him for years. Please like and subscribe to his channel. Shouts out to the security team. We still rocking with you. Death to the trolls. We ain't got time for. That's why Nocturnal, as discreet as he is, we ain't got time for trolls. I mean, you know, it is what it is. That's why I named my comment section the Likens. The Likens are gonna like their own shit. You ain't gotta like what they say. They're gonna write it anyway. So, shouts out to y'all. Let's recap. Today's contents, space channels. First channel I brought to you, Smart Banana. Guarantee you. If you like to think, you're gonna like Smart Banana. Hands down. Next channel I suggested to you, Seeker. Once again, check them out. They deal with a lot of the technologies of outer space, from here on Earth to the atmosphere. Check them out. They're gonna have something that you're looking for. Last but not least, Nocturnal News. You're trying to discover the unknown phenomenon and all the reaches of outer space, UFO conspiracies, and so forth. Nocturnal News is the channel for you. Check these 3 channels out. You won't be disappointed. I'd tell you to go to Secure Team, but his channel has nothing on it right now. Thanks for the information, Nocturnal News. Look, this has been your first time. I've been your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time. Welcome to YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Alright, welcome back. These next contents, more male comedians on YouTube. We're gonna give you Ha Davis, Fat Boy SSE, and Queen Flips. Let's begin. Alright, this first channel, Ha Davis. If you don't know who Ha Davis is, then you're under that fucking rock I be talking about. What the can I say about this dude? Look, he's hilarious. Dying hilarious. Remember I told y'all about them comedians with the 60 seconds of funk? This is one of them, and he might be the fucking king. He coined the phrase single-handedly, "Raise up off me, big fella. You don't want none of this, big fella. That is beyond me." Or you be YouTubing YouTube. Why should you check out Ha Davis? Because he's that funny. He's on tour right now. Let this Dos Equis sickness ever let up. He's been on the 85 South show. Go check that episode out. I mean, Ha Davis, he's one of the future. What's the best thing about Ha Davis's page or channel? All of his jail skits. Guard! Dude. You have to check this out. I mean, what can I say? My stepdad was a prison guard, so we had all kinds of jokes. Like, I give you one. Go ahead, stop playing. Quit playing, dog. Guard. That's the reason why Ha Davis is hilarious. But yeah, we used to do that in high school. Oh, man, quit playing. Hey, why you touching my shoulders? We used to go hard. Me and that nigga right there in the corner. God rest his soul. Check out Ha Davis. You won't be disappointed. Guard. This is beyond me. He be joking. Nigga, this nigga's classic. He's classic. This next channel, Fat Boy SSE. Who, what is Fat Boy SSE? Well, he's a hip-hop artist, actor, comedian, and he just starred in Masterpiece sequel, I Got the Hiccup 2, with DC Young Fly. His YouTube channel mainly consists of him, his music, and all things Fat Boy SSE. I mean, literally, he's blown up from Instagram, very similar to others. He has thousands of compilations on YouTube alone, just off that and the Vine. Why should you check out Fat Boy? I mean, because he's funny as fuck, and he's probably, other than DC Young Fly, one of the first comedians to literally blow up off this Instagram stuff and manifest it into something that matters. So, I mean, you gotta give credit where credit's due. And I'm giving you your flowers while you're here, fat boy. You made an entire career from the streets. I mean, how many people, not to keep bringing up that, but how many people get to come from where you came from and you're starring in a motion picture? What is the best thing about Fat Boy's channel other than starring in Master P's film? I got to hook up to. I still ain't seen it yet. I'm waiting until it comes out on one of these streaming services, and now I can't find it. That's another subject. What's the best thing about Fat Boy SSC? Okay, we're finna talk about it in a second. But him and Queen Flips almost got to fight. It's on Queen Flips' page. We finna talk about it in a second. But it's fucking hilarious. Fat Boy's hilarious. Check him out. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Fat Boy SSE, shouts out to you. Keep up the good work. Check out his channel. This last channel, and most definitely not least, Queen Flips. Who? What is Queen Flips? Trevor Queen Flips Robinson is an entertainer, author, entrepreneur with a passion for creating content and the curiosity to find the truth in people. P.S. Flip, thank you for filling out the About tab. Seriously, making our job easier. Why should you check out Queen Flips? Well, he's known for his crazy antics on Instagram and a breakout video of him reacting to a song with his son in the car. It went viral. He's a smart man. He took his fame and he turned it into a YouTube channel. What's the best thing about Queen Flips? Okay, back to this viral video. This is when I first started seeing him. Okay, not only did he do it to his son, the name of the song is M.O.P. Ante Up. If you come from my generation, we know what the fuck this is. That's why he got to fight with Fat Boy, because he did the same shit to Fat Boy and fucked his shirt up. He might even got to fight with DC. I think he did it to DC. They almost got to fight in the car. I think DC put some hands on him. Either Fat Boy or DC put some hands on him. But Queen Flips is nuts. Even that. With that being said, he has another prank that he does when I say yo. And this nigga goes around battling people on the streets. Battle rappers, regular people. It doesn't. He will come into the barbershop. I said hey yo. With his shirt off and everything. Look, Queen Flips, you're naturally funny. I want you to start doing stand-up. You're too funny not to do stand-up. Keep up the good work. We love all things Queen Flips. Shouts out to New York. Shouts out to J Black 615. Love all y'all, man. But yeah, I said hey yo. You gotta bring that shit back. I missed that. And you gotta bring the car shit back. It's not gonna get old. It's not. Let's recap. Brought to you 3 male YouTube comedians. First one I brought to you, Ha Davis. Come on, big fella, go check him out. You ain't gonna be scared, big fella, go check him out. You won't be wrong, big fella. Guard! Get him, Ha Davis, guard! Cause this is beyond me. You gonna love him. Next channel I want you to check out, Fat Boy SSE. You gonna love Fat Boy SSE. Congrats on the movie. I'm a Master P fan, so I can't wait to see I got to hook up to. It's gonna be good to me because I'm a Master P fan. Fuck y'all. And R.I.P. Tiny Zeus, Lester, Debo, because he was in I Got to Hook Up 1. Just losing a lot of great people. R.I.P. to you, my brother. And last but not least, Queen Flips. Go check out these 3 channels. Like I said, 60 Seconds of Funk comedians. These 3 dudes got you covered. Fat Boy got a lot of shit on the Vine that you can find. And a lot of compilations, Vine compilations. That's how you can find him as well. Welcome to Untitled Chapter. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Welcome back. Today's content, conscious community. Today we're going to talk about the Zoe What Show, hosted by Zoe Williams and Jeff Brown. And then we're going to give you Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson. And last but not least, Tyrique Radio, the creator of the Hidden Color series, Tyrique Nasheed. Let's begin. This first channel, this Zoe What Show. What is Zoe What, or who? First of all, we would like to thank you, Zoe Williams, for being the first of a few of many, but very small number. You actually filled out your About tab. This makes our job so much fucking easier. Thank you, Zoe. We really appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. Now, on to the news. Zoe Williams is an author, television, radio personality, certified CPL. He is formerly the host of the radio show The Voice of Reason, Academy Award-winning American actor, American Music Award-winning Grammy-nominated artist Jamie Foxx's Foxhole Radio. He's on that, which can still be heard on Dash Radio. Why should you check out Zoe Show? Zoe Williams is a self-published author, relationship specialist, television and radio personality, and as a student of world religion, Zoe is a passionate and opinionated domino who offers a revolutionary thought and the breakdown of social systems and institutions as we all know them. He's literally like the hip-hop Dr. Phil. Zoe always gives you a unique perspective onto the relationship and the world based on realism and ultimate truth. What's the best thing about Zoe Williams? Many of y'all may not like his opinions. Some people may still hate them. Either way it goes, Zoe is going to leave you thinking after every show. Now, his co-host, also the best thing about this show. His name used to be Cousin Jeff, if I can remember correctly, on Comic View, and that's where I know him from. This is the guy that Yiddy goes freeze, nobody move. Yiddy goes freeze, nobody move. Nobody move. Yiddy goes freeze. This nigga made an opera song about getting pulled over. It stood out to me for my entire life. One of the reasons I wanted to do stand-up, so thank you for that, Jeff. But I never knew Cousin Jeff and Zoe Williams knew each other. I didn't know this until recent years as I became a fan of 5150 in the building. Shouts out to the 5150 show. Corey, Darlene, Craig. Craig, you are the future, boy. You're legendary. To me, and Craig, you're on the list. We're going to get to you. You're like a comedic. If Sugar Free did comedy full time, that's who the fuck you are. But y'all have a great comedic family. I love the fact that Zoe Williams and Jeff Brown got a podcast. If you're fans of him from Comic View, you're gonna love this podcast. These are two of the most conscious, enlightening brothers I've ever met. Check out Zoe Williams' channel, The Zoe What Show. You will not be disappointed. What is Star Talk? Hosted by Neil deGrasse Tyson. This is where science meets pop culture. Astrophysicist and Hayden Planetarium Director Neil deGrasse Tyson and his various comic co-hosts, guests, celebrities, scientists, the list goes on, discuss the anatomy of physics and everything else that goes on in life, in the universe, and all things that keeps us looking up. Why should you check out Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson? First of all, he's a fucking rocket scientist, so he knows what the fuck he's talking about. Second, he's probably one of the smartest people you and I have ever seen. What's the best thing about Star Talk? Well, one, he's black and he's a rocket scientist. He's obviously a fan of Star Trek and been a fan of Star Wars. I have been watching him as I've grown up all my life, and he's been one of the most motivational, influential black men to date, and I'm honored to be a fan of his. I'm talking, it's been probably about like 5 or 6. No, I've been watching him since I was a kid. I'm talking about since Star Trek. So if you like all things physics, all things science, trying to know where we are in this wonderful universe, Neil deGrasse Tyson has plenty of great conversations with various friends and celebrities that you're all gonna know and love. Check out Neil deGrasse Tyson's Star Talk. It's also, I want to say, it might have been on the National Geographic Channel, as well as it is a podcast, as well as it is on YouTube. Check it out. You're gonna like Star Talk. And I love you, Neil. I really do. This last channel, most definitely not least, Tyrique Radio. What is Tyrique Radio? Well, Tyrique Nasheed is an American film producer, and he's produced various documentaries, including the history of Haiti called 1804. Also the creator of the Hidden Color series, and even did a horror film called Dark Medicine. I want to say maybe about 2014, 2015. Why should you check out Tyrique Radio? Well, because he has his feet deep into this conscious community and the awakening of black people in general. What can I say? I mean, Tyrique speaks on all current events, social injustices, as well as racial issues that plague us today. All discussed on his radio show, his own opinion and own way of thinking. What is the best thing about Tyrique Radio? Well, not only do you get to witness one of the greatest African American entrepreneurs entrepreneurs of the modern day. He is solely responsible of this so-called woke community that has popped up all of a sudden. I mean, I want to say, real talk, man, the Hidden Colors DVDs was like crack back in the day. You know what I'm saying? People say, hey, yo, you seen this? Man, go check your shit out. You know what I'm saying? I can remember burning this disc at least 10 times. Why I know over 10 times? Because I was working at UPS and a lot of people was loving that I was very aware and conscious on a lot of different levels that the average black man wasn't. So I got to spread this around my job, and it did. It spread like crack rock. I mean, I want to say I might have burnt like 12 different Hidden Colors discs, because like I say, I bought it twice, and this is just the first one. He has 5 of them. So if you don't know what Hidden Colors is, you need to get on that. That's your homework right now. Check out Tyrique Radio. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love him. He's probably one of the greatest modern entrepreneurs of our day, black or white, it doesn't matter. And I thank you, my brother, for everything you've given me personally with the information you put together. And I pray you continue to strive and be the best man that you can be for our community. Thank you, Tyrique. Please check out Tyrique Radio. You will really appreciate it. Let's recap. First channel I gave you, the Zoe What Show, hosted by Zoe Williams, cousin Jeff Brown. You're gonna love that show. Second channel I gave you, Star Talk, hosted by Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yes, a black rocket scientist, and he's one of my favorite black people, period, on Earth, and has been that for well over 2 decades, possibly. And last but not least, one of my other favorite black people on Earth. I mean, what can I say? There's a few of us that do right by what the universe has given them as their personal gift. Tyrique Radio, Tyrique Nasheed has given black people in the modern day more than anybody else has, hands down. I mean, I'm not trying to say he's like Martin or Malcolm, but the amount of information and his influence has created something similar to what they were standing for and trying to get our people to come together for. So check out those 3 channels, Zoe What Show, Star Talk, Tyrique Radio, more for your conscious community needs. I have been your host, Like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. If this has been your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time. Welcome to YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, Like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Alright, this next episode, more female YouTube comedians. I'm giving you ATL, ho. ATL, ho. I can only do it because y'all niggas ain't here. But it's with all love and respect. And I lived in Atlanta for a year, so I feel like I'm entitled to it. But yes, the ladies of the ATL verse is what I'm bringing to you. You got B-Lynn, we got Tiffany Lauren, and we have the queen herself, TK. Let's begin. This first channel, B-Lynn Cuz. Who, what is B-Lynn? I want to say a down-to-earth female comedian by way of Birmingham, Alabama. And she's naturally funny. I mean, the first time I seen her, I instantly became a fan. Why should you check out B-Lynn Cuz? That was fire. We're going to keep that in there. Why should you check out B-Lynn Cuz? Because, well, we have learned from interviews now, her favorite movie is Baby Boy. She has a lot of Yvette in her, and it shows. She also does skits with Trey Mo and Keisha Jones. To my knowledge, Trey is her best friend, possibly in Birmingham as well. You're on the list. You're funny as hell. But he got this puppet named Keisha Jones.
And Keisha Jones is just the funniest thing that you ever seen. If you ain't never talked to nobody on the phone, you need to leave Keisha Jones.
Trey Mo is the puppeteer. Trey, you, the CP comedian, you need to get together. We need to get this Reggie Ball
and Keisha Jones together and get this whole poppin'.
What's the best thing about B-Lynn's face, other than her and the puppet, which is just comedic matrimony? She created this this character called Boo Man. Everybody knows this nigga. And she got him down. All the mannerisms. We all know a nigga like Boo Man. I'm personally taking credit for telling her to do a real rap song, a rap video with Boo Man. I swear to God, I don't like coming around here. I should be playing that shit in the background right now. I'm taking credit for at least the thought creation of the song. And I plan on being on the remix. Look, B-Lynn is hilarious. Her mother is hilarious. Her live streams are hilarious because her and her mother have comedic chemistry that is awesome in itself. If you ain't been doing stand-up, baby girl, start doing stand-up. B-Lynn is easily, she could be a queen of comedy if she chooses to. Girl, just get on stage. Fuck that. Get on stage. I know what they tell me. Yes, it's get on stage. Check out B-Lynn because you won't be disappointed. And I also subscribe to her blog channel as well. You get to see her more, her mother talk and their interaction, which is beautiful. Check out. Alright, this next channel, Tiffany Lauren. Okay, what is Tiffany? First of all, she's thicker than a brick shit house. No bullshit. She bad. Bad. It don't look. All she needs is a credit score, and she's a 10. Easy. Why should you check out Tiffany Lauren's page? She's funny as hell. She's part of the ATL verse. ATL, ho. ATL, ho. I get to do it. Y'all ain't here. Shouts out to Jamal, creative. Shouts out to Fenarios. We reviewed Fenarios on like one of our first episodes of comedian content. He even retweeted the episode on Twitter. Great guy. We love you, Lonnie. Keep up the good work. And you're on the list too. Holla at your boy, but don't yell. First of all, your tagline is the best tagline on YouTube, hands down. So Jay, Jamal, both of y'all, you're on the list. I had to do ladies first. What's the best thing about Tiffany Lauren's page? Okay, so Rod, and you know who I'm talking about, the relationship counselor. Rod is like the sixth man off the bench. I mean, he comes through like Rod with real talk. He's hilarious. He needs sketches on his page so I can put you on the list. But he's he's just as funny as all of them. Him and Tiffany have a father-son sketch. She brings home the white boy. Look, their chemistry is hilarious. This is some of the most recent shit that she's done, but it's some of the funniest shit that she's done. I hope y'all keep this series going. You and Rod have great chemistry. Rod, I'm sure he's a part of the ATL verse. He's a member in my eyes. Him, shouts out to him. Shouts out to Jessica Yeeks. I watch all your hauls, baby girl. You're on the list. We're gonna get to you. But yeah, check out Tiffany Lauren's page. You won't be disappointed. She's gorgeous. Just eye candy for days. With all the love and respect, queen. Check out Tiffany Lauren's page. You won't be disappointed. ATL ho. ATL ho. We ain't done. Alright, this last channel, and most definitely not least, the queen of ATL verse. ATL ho. ATL ho. Fuck y'all don't care ho. If y'all tired of it. If you in the A, you ain't never tired. ATL ho. TK, I kind of touched on her a little bit on the Fenarios episode. Like I say, it's down in the playlist. One of the first episodes I did. Her and Lonnie have some of the best chemistry in the history of YouTube, as far as I'm concerned. You're gonna love TK's channel. She's got her own skits as well as she's still on Fenarios as well. Why should you check out TK's page? Like I said, I've probably been watching them. I know it was a little bit right before. One of my fondest memories of her and Lonnie was when they did that power slap challenge. Y'all need to do a new power slap challenge. But I've been watching them since back then and automatically fell in love with both of y'all. Y'all comic matrimony. I mean, trust me, blue cocaine is awesome as well, but there's nothing like Lonnie and TK. And what's the best thing about TK's channel? Right now they're doing something. What was the movie back in the day? What a man wants, what a woman wants. What's really going on? What you really thinking in an encounter? Oh my God, she went ham. Look, like I say, it's Brooklyn in the house. She's got that heavy New York accent. If you from New York, then yeah, your dad go like this on you. I don't know how you. Her and Tiffany did this. Yeah, Tiffany Lauren. It was hilarious. Her and TK did it together. Check out TK's page. You won't be disappointed. What can I say? ATL verse. Shouts out to all of y'all. Like I say, Jamal, I got you coming. Jay, I got you coming. And I might be reviewing Rod. I can't. It's another person, and he's in y'all's clique. I just can't off the top of my head know who he is. I'm doing the fellas real soon. Check out TK, her channel. You will not be disappointed. Love the accent. I'm also the guy that has been attacking you forever now about doing abs. I got to do some abs too, but it's a challenge, TK. We can do it. I know we can. But check out TK's page. I love y'all. ATL. Let's recap. So, we brought to you ATL. Not gonna get tired of it. ATL. The ATL verse. Brought to you by Fenarios, Jamal the Creator. Holla at your boy, but don't yell. Jay, you're the Power Ranger shit. We gonna get into that one day. I gave you B-Lin by way of Birmingham. B-Lin cuz. That's what I gotta come around these hoes. Shouts out to Boo Man. Check her out. Tiffany Lauren. Check her out. You and Ron gotta keep doing them damn father-daughter sketches. And TK, first lady of the ATL verse. Check out them three. Black comedy, alive and well. And this is another small version of the remnants of I say Living Color, if you ask me. Nobody does it better than these guys. Nobody. With the exception of Team CT all day. I had to give them credit to. But ATL, if this being your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. I've been your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. Tell your friends about me. Until next time. Welcome to YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Welcome back. This next episode, comic book channel. We got three of them for you. Variant Comics, Kinda Culty, and Comic Book Cast 2. Stay tuned. Let's begin. This first channel, Comic Book Cast. What is Comic Book Cast? Comic Book Cast is an online geek culture community, and their mission is to deliver content to help you embrace Marvel DC films that we all know and love, and on the way having a few good laughs in between. They're dedicated to giving you an honest opinion and an analytical discussion on various forms of entertainment. Why should you check out Comic Book Cast? Personally, it's one of our favorite channels. I think I've been watching them maybe about 5 or 6 years now. I think I was there under 50,000 subscribers with this guy. He's been there for the entirety of the MCU. He's more or less given us a cinematic universal ride and been the narrator the whole time. Comic Book Cast, awesome. What's the best thing about him? Well, honestly, we're kind of partial to him for personal reasons, more or less. I guess a couple of years ago, I think he's vibed me in. His country might have went through some things or whatever. It was all over the news, so I can vividly remember us being very emotional and praying for him and his family and all of that years ago. Possibly right around time the first Iron Man was coming out, because like I said, he's been on top of that, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., anything comic books, pop culture, Comic Book Cast has been on top of it from day one. So if you're looking for another comic book channel, not necessarily the comic books themselves, but how they translate into television series, movies, and all of anything else in between, Comic Book Cast is the guy you need in your life. Check him out, like him, and subscribe. You won't be disappointed. This next channel, Variant Comics. What is Variant Comics? Well, each week Variant explores all things in the comic book world and geekdom. From individual characters to stories, even to movies, TV, video games. They even cover Comic-Cons. Variant has you covered. Why should you check them out? Their consistency. They drop videos Wednesdays, Fridays, and even give you a little pick-me-up on Sundays. From DCEU to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they've got everything that you want to know covered. What's the Best thing about variant comics, well, they're very well-rounded. They don't just deal with current comics and pop culture. They do historic comics and historical pop culture. I want to say they did The History of Dick Tracy, one of my favorite detective comic books. And I think even newer, it kind of new to me, I haven't checked it out. They did The Rise of the Green Ranger. So, like I said, they're a very well-rounded comic book YouTube channel. They're going to give you everything that you need when it comes to all of these different comic books. It varies. So, Variant Comics is a channel you need to know if you're trying to follow the MCU, DCEU. We got The Boys, Bloodshot. There's all kinds of different comic book companies out there. This is the home for all of them. Check out Variant's YouTube channel. Like it and subscribe. You won't be disappointed. Alright. This last channel, and most definitely not least, Kinda Culty. Kinda Culty is videos covering the Marvel Cinematic Universe, period, MCU. Sometimes an over-analytical, great deal of conversation, but they exclusively only do Marvel content. Why should you check out Kinda Culty? There's a lot of us that don't like, or there's kind of, if you like comics, you like comics, but there's a lot of people that are biased or picky or only watch the Marvel MCU movies. Well, they even have this for you. YouTube has something for everybody. So, you got lucky. Kinda Culty dives hard into everything MCU from the beginning, from the Iron Man series, all the way up to the current day. So, I'm looking forward to them doing a history of Marvel Cinematic Universe because that's basically what they are. What's the best thing about this channel? The fact that you got a channel that only deals with maybe a certain subject, and a lot of these channels don't make it, but Marvel has become such a vast entertainment icon and legacy. Hey, there's plenty of ways to make a dollar off. You take lemons and make lemonade out of it. That's all I can say. Kinda Culty has done that. Everything Marvel. I mean, if you need to know what's, like we got the WandaVision that's finna drop right after Mandalorian. Another subject. Disney streaming service, the Netflix Marvel shows. Kinda Culty breaks them all down. They're here for your discovery. They have plenty of binge-worthy material. And like I say, you want to jump on their channel right now because WandaVision starts, and I think after WandaVision, it might be the Winter Soldier and Falcon series, and like they're back to back to back. So I think from here on out, we're gonna have plenty of comic book material. And well, that's right, that happened. This just in, if you want to take it that way. HBO Max is releasing all of their movies, and I do mean all of them, starting with Wonder Woman this week on their streaming service. $6.99, you can't go wrong, but you have your movie theater ticket. So all of Warner Brothers movies for 2021, all of them. I'm assuming that's going to be Robert Pattinson's Batman. Maybe that's 2022, I might be wrong. But we get The Matrix. I forgot what else is coming up real soon. It's coming after Wonder Woman. Justice League, Snyder Cut, all of that's going to be on there. But yeah, HBO kind of done stepped the game up, so yeah, you might want to check that out. But check out Kinda Culty. They're going to cover all of that for you. Alright, let's recap. This first channel we gave you was Comic Book Cast 2. Shouts out to you, man. Keep up the good work. We're going to keep following you. Hope you follow us. We've been following you since the beginning. The next channel, Variant Comics. You want to check out Variant Comics for sure. They're going to have all your comic book needs covered from head to toe. Last but not least, exclusively Marvel content and the cinematic universe, Kinda Culty. 3 comic book channels covering all of your comic book needs. If you're trying to stay up to date with all things comic book news and pop culture, these are 3 channels that you want to know about. I have been your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. I've been your host. If this has been your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, tell your friends about me. Welcome to YouTube Table Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. All right. Alright, welcome back! YouTube Table of Contents, aka YouTube CV Guide, back at it again. I'm your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. And today we have more male comedians of YouTube, or YouTube male comedians, or male YouTube comedians, however you want to say it. Either way it goes, more black comedy gold. Today I give you Big Job to the max. King V. I don't have abs, but you'll figure it out when you go to King V's channel. And last but not least, Big Baby West Coast himself, Minx. Let's begin. Alright, this first channel, Big Job to the max. What can we say? We get most of our views from our lovely black community, and I've got more black comedians for you. Most of these dudes did not fill out the About tab. But Big Job's funny as hell, so it doesn't even matter. Why should you check out Big Job? Because he's Team CT all day. We already done went there. The fact that he's already gotten 1 million subscribers is proof that this YouTube thing does work. Dedication gets rewarded. All you have to do is stay consistent. I mean, what can I say? I discovered the beautiful Miss Lisa Yarrow because of Big Job. Also, he's worked with Minx, Big Baby West Coast himself, King V, Mr. Abs, Jahan, you're on the list. We'll get into you too. I mean, like, the list goes on. I have watched Big Job. I want to say I was subscribed to him maybe under 50,000 subs, and he's made it to 1 point, I think like 2 million. Man, congrats to you for that, bro. You are hilarious. I love the work that you do. What's the best thing about Big Job? What's the best thing about Big Job other than he got over 1 million subscribers? The camaraderie that he displays, and when he works with other comedians, I mean, dude, he accentuates the positive in everyone that he's worked with. And I mean, literally, I watched this man come out of his shell comedically and blossom into the legendary YouTube comedian that you see. You want to die laughing? Binge-worthy material. Check out Big Job's channel. You will not be disappointed. And once again, to the max, Team CT all day. Because I'm going to fuck with all y'all niggas one day. I'm getting there. I'm taking my time. I'm patient. All right. This next channel, and it's easily one of my favorites, King V. What is King V's channel about? Well, this nigga didn't even use sentences in his About tab. Okay, dude, we're gonna do the best we can. He's an actor, writer, director, digital content creator, and creates dramatic comedic videos. None of that shit was in a sentence. Why should you check out King V? One, he's funny as hell. And if he was talking to bitches, he'd be like, one, you should check me out because I got abs. I don't, but he do. We working on it. He'd want me to say that. And somehow, pause, relax, no Ocean, no Charlemagne goes right after that when dudes say it. What's the best thing about King V's channel? Dude, he's hilarious. Team CT all day. It's how I discovered him. Shouts out to J Horn, because between you and King V, the bitches. Oh my God. And I do say that loosely, ladies. They have the most beautiful eye candy between J Horn and King V I have ever seen. The women that they seem to capture, nobody else in black comedy on YouTube seems to get their hands on. It's also funny as hell. They're very creative. But the eye candy, though, I just want to give y'all's credit. I want to say because of King V, I discovered Monty Dre, Sade, Jenny Babs, all of them. Team CT. Shouts out to you, Clayton Thomas. Like I say, between J Horn and Clayton Thomas, especially J Horn, you send us love every time we hop into your live streams or whatnot. So shouts out to you. You are on the list. We gonna get to you. Like I say, check out King V. He's gonna want me to say, I got abs. And technically that's all he normally needs to say. But check out King V. You're gonna love his work. You won't be disappointed. Team CT all day. And shouts out to Jahan and J Horn. Y'all both are on the list. Trust me. It's a lot of y'all. I want to take my time, stretch y'all out. Some channels, once the technology gets bumped up, when we getting ready to make some money moves, as they say, the youngsters, as soon as we get right, a lot of y'all I'm probably redo and do an even better, more broad and updated version of reviewing your channel. So just stay tuned. It's going to get even better. Check out King V. King V's hilarious. So, last but most definitely not least, Minx. What is Minx? Well, at least he put something in his About tab. And it's 855 Yo Minx. And he'll send his latest video, he'll text it straight to your phone. Some ghetto hood innovation of technology, if you will. We have to take advantage of it every time we get it. Why should you check out Minx? When I say this is Big Baby West Coast, it's Big Baby West Coast. What What I love about comedy is from the East Coast to the South to the West, all have different styles. So if you love the West Coast and you love West Coast comedy, dude, Minx has embodied that completely. He is freaking hilarious. You will not be disappointed. Like I say, Big Baby West Coast. That's the name I've given it. You may think he has dry humor at first. Give him a chance. This dude he's easily going to be one of the funniest kings of the West Coast comedy. Just get on stage, do some stand-up. That's all I want a lot of y'all. What's the best thing about Minx? He has great chemistry with Daphne Springs, who also still has a lipstick line. You can go to her channel. We reviewed her in the YouTube female contents. Check out that playlist. We got a couple episodes of that, but Daphne Springs is there with her lipstick line. Check her out. Minx has great chemistry with her, but other than that, when he does the ghetto Uber driver, oh my God, dog. And let's not even get to when he be trying to rob people in the Uber. Oh my God, dude. The angry ghetto Uber driver is fucking classic. Keep doing it. We need more of it. Like I say, you Big Baby West Coast, you hold it down. You created your own lane, so to speak, because your skits are not like anybody else's. We also gonna bring up, not saying it was a contest, everybody did Halloween sketches. Winner goes to Minx. Him and E Fangless, girl, you on the list too. They redid Thriller, and they did it spot on in the 2020 version. So, hey, like I say, shouts out to y'all. Kanigra, shouts out to you. Your Halloween special was the shit. Fenarios, y'all was the shit. Holla at your boy, but don't yell. When you do that demon skit, and we're gonna get to you, like I say, you're on the list too. Check out Minx. You won't be disappointed. Black comedy alive and well. I told y'all. When I said 50, I probably got more than 50 black comedians now, but I said 50 them episodes back, and we still got them coming. Check him out. So, let's recap today. YouTube male comedians. We brought to you Big Job to the max, King V, Abs, and then Big Baby West Coast, Minx. Shouts out to Team CT, as always. Shouts out to Kanigra, Jeannie Babs, Monty Dre, you're on the list. We getting to you, girl. Jahan, you on the list. We getting to you. Jay Horn, you too, man. Like I told y'all, I wasn't playing when I said I had 50. Yo, if this has been your first time, I've been your host, like Jason Joseph, a.k.a. Ridiculous. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Until next time. Welcome to YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, a.k.a. Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything, from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Welcome back to the YouTube Table of Contents, aka YouTube TV Guide. I'm your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. Today's episode is about review channels. More to go on those review contents. We're going to give you Raging Nation, we're going to give you Freeze List, Nerd Soup. Let's begin. This first channel, Raging Nation. What is the Raging Nation? This is the YouTube channel for the Raging Nation, and it's dedicated completely to the Transformers videos, including reviews, transformation videos, and the news. He does his best to provide you with high quality online entertainment in all aspects of Transformers. Why should you check out Raging Nation? If you want to be updated on the Transformers universe, and at any given time, this channel for that purpose. This is the channel you need to have in your YouTube Rolodex for that purpose. What is the best thing about Raging Nation? Not only is this guy going to be at every movie premiere, everything's Transformers, but literally he was letting us know about things that happened in production before they even have happened. He let us know about the Bumblebee movie that was coming. He let us know about the War on Cybertron TV show that was coming. And not to mention, we're not even going to get onto the toys and all the different things you can collect, as far as collectibles, etc. He covers all of that. He goes to I don't want to call them depots, but maybe a convention for the toys, the movies, all the cosplay events. Raging Nation has been the doorway back to my childhood, and I'm enjoying all things Transformers with the nostalgia that he gives on his channel. So for all things Transformers, check out Raging Nation. You want to subscribe to him. Alright, this next channel, Freeze List. What is Freeze List? This channel is about technology, invention, innovation, and mind-blowing creation. Bottom line, that's what this is about. Why should you check out Freeze List? If you're into that kind of thing, all the different technological advancements all throughout our society, all across the globe, everywhere, these are the tools and the giant tools they use to make this happen. This is a very industrial channel if you're into this type of thing. And I mean, your mind will be blown at the creations that us humans have created as far as tools to assist us in our everyday living. What's the best thing about this channel? I mean, due to the internet, they give you the most up-to-date current innovations and inventions that you can find anywhere on YouTube. I mean, they'll at least give you a nice place to start. If you're looking for maybe a particular type of industry, if you will, they cover everything from construction to science, technology, computers. Freeze List has it all, and I guarantee you, if you're into all those different types of things, this is the channel you need to have, and you need to subscribe to them. Freeze List will give you all of your technological needs and advancements in modern day technology. Check them out. This last channel, most definitely not least, Nerd Soup. What is Nerd Soup? Once again, this is another one of those channels that did not fill out the About tab. But basically, they cover all things nerd and anything that nerds talk about. Why should you check out this channel? I feel like I'm half nerd because I'm like the only black Trekkie you will ever meet. I've been watching Star Trek since I was born in '79. I've always been in the Kirk, right into Picard, and so forth. So this channel covers everything that I love. I mean, right now they're really in a review phase. They've been covering The Boys. Check that show out. I mean, I have a list of my top favorite comic book movies, and it is strongly moved into the number 2 slot. Watchmen is still the best fucking comic book movie I've ever witnessed the cinematic universe. The Boys is now the number 2, which took the place of 300. Just putting that out there. Like I say, Nerd Soup has been covering Robert Pattinson's Batman movie that's coming out, Zack Snyder's Justice League that we're getting on HBO Max, as well as the other things that are coming to HBO Max, Animaniacs, all the Warner Brothers stuff. Look, if you're into anything Nerd Soup is gonna have you covered. And if you're a black nerd out there, you want to get down with this channel. I mean, you're not gonna be disappointed. If you're looking for all things nerd, check out Nerd Soup. You will not be disappointed. One of my favorite channels when it comes to, what can I say, pop culture and sci-fi movies and stuff like that. You're gonna like Nerd Soup. Alright, let's recap. Today we had Raging Nation. For all things Transformers, check him out. You will not be disappointed. Second, for all things innovation, check out Freeze List. I promise you, when it comes to technology and the things that we've created as humans, you will be amazed at this channel. And last but not least, Nerd Soup. Technically, if you're a nerd, you're gonna like all 3 of these channels. For all things nerd, check out Nerd Soup. Like I said, I have been your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. That has been my brother, Christopher Lacio. We are WTDS, Channel 13 News, the YouTube table of contents, aka YouTube's TV guide. If this has been your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time. Welcome to YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Alright, welcome back. This next episode, male anime comedians. Yes, anime. I used to be into anime a lot back in the day. So what can I say? These next 3 channels have really gotten me back into it. We're gonna cover RDC 1 World 1, Caleb City, King Vader. If you don't know who King Vader is, you need to get up on your shit. Let's begin. Alright, this first channel, RDC 1 World 1. What is RDC? This channel is all about making their fans laugh and providing entertainment through skits, vlogs, short films, mini games, and so much more. These guys are freaking hilarious. Why should you check out RDC? If you love anime, love video games, that's what they do. And these 6 partners have a ball on their channel. I mean, what can I say? They have over 4 million subscribers. Their goal was to reach 5 million. They're gonna easily obtain that. This channel is classic. What is the best? Look here, let me tell you something. What is the best thing about RDC in my Rob Jefferson voice? Man, let me tell you some likings in the comment section. My like, these niggas here. When I say, when they do the post LeBron James games when he loses, this is absolute comedy. This is classic. Dude, the rants that your boy be going on is classic. I mean, once again, like I say, that's one of the best things. My favorite is Game House. They take all of your favorite characters from all your favorite video games, and they basically do the real world from MTV. So they do the real world, and here we go. Classic, bro. When you hear him say that Mario finna find somebody, it's classic. I'm talking about my favorite, I want to say episode 4. The one that they did recently has been my favorite Game House episode. And they what was that? Somebody showed up beefing between, Luigi tried to be friends. Maybe it was Kid Icarus. It was somebody that showed up and was like, what are you talking about? He's your brother. He ain't your brother. I'm your brother. This is bullshit. Dude, here we go. Go check out RDC 1. You will not be disappointed. These dudes is hilarious. Bow down to greatness. All of you need to start doing stand-up comedy so you can carry this into, you can do this for the rest of y'all life, fellas. This is your camaraderie and your friendship reminds me of me and my homeboys back in the day. If we would have all stayed on the same page, y'all's YouTube channel exemplifies friendship. And shouts out to y'all for that, hands down. Brotherhood is everything. And it's not, you don't find it everywhere like you get to see on this channel with these dudes. I mean, the love there is hilarious. And I didn't want to bring it up, but I'm going to bring it up. They played this game called Paper, Rock, Scissors. Paper, Rock, Scissors is fire. Go check out that video. And I mean, I can explain it, but I don't want to explain it wrong. But they play Paper, Rock, Scissors. It's beastly. Check that shit out. RDC 1, World 1. You will not be disappointed. Check out their channel. Alright, this next channel, Caleb City. What is Caleb City? I don't necessarily know where he's from, but all I know is he does anime skits and anime comedy. And what can I say? I haven't watched anime in quite some time, so he kind of sheds light on the newer genres of anime and explains them. He's hilarious. Most of his sketches is him by himself. There's another content creator by the name of Lenore. These two are very similar. Lenore, you are on the list, and you are hilarious. Bro, today we was on a phone conversation I have to say, we was on a phone conversation. That damn skit that you did about the on hold music and it's banging, the exact music was playing for me, bro. I was tripping. Anyway, we'll get back to Lenore. Caleb City is hilarious. He does all of his own skits. You're gonna check out his channel. You're gonna love it. What is the best thing about Caleb City? It's kind of like how I discovered him. I discovered him through the next channel we're finna talk about. Shouts out to you, King Vader. And that's how I discovered him. And what can I say? I've seen him on a few other people's channels as well. You've given me a reason to pay anime attention, Caleb. So I appreciate you. And I appreciate Lenore too. Y'all are freaking hilarious. Check out that channel, Caleb City. Alright, this last channel, and I do mean not last, this is one of my favorite fucking channels because I never knew I would even be into this kind of thing. King Vader. Off top, he is a phenomenal talent. This kid is a great dancer, and I mean, the first time I seen all of his work, I'm like, if he's editing and doing the choreography, which I call comedic choreography, this guy's a genius. He's created his own lane and he's in it. hands down. Why should you check out King Vader? If you love anime, you love science fiction, he's gonna cover it and have you dying laughing. I mean, he truly has a style unto himself, and he knows how to do it. The best thing about King Vader, like I said, this goddamn Power Ranger sketch. Because of King Vader, that's how I found out who the fuck the Rainbow Kid is. 6ix9ine. I would never know who 6ix9ine was if it wasn't for the goddamn Power Ranger sketch of them trying to rob the bank. Caleb City is featured in this. He's the main guy at the counter trying to rob the bank. This is how I found him. And oh, this sketch is phenomenal. And it has 6ix9ine's music. I might even, if I could get my hands on 6ix9ine's music, throw it in the background right here. This particular was the jump off. And I was like, first of all, the skit was hilarious. Then I was like, who is this music? And I had to find out who, and then, you know, all the stuff that happened with 6ix9ine. So I love YouTube because I find great content to watch. Very entertaining. Slaughtering cable. There's nothing on cable that can take me away from any of y'all. Y'all are 10 times better than all of them. King Vader, if you're already great now. Somehow you have to hit mainstream. You emit greatness. You will be a legend one day. And like I said, your Matrix remake, oh my god, man. Go check out his Matrix remake. Like I said, this dude King Vader is... I've met so many young black talent on YouTube. And I mean, these guys is probably under 25, been doing YouTube probably 10 years prior to that. Man, dude, it's amazing. Like I say, Soulja Boy, we still Team Soulja, bitch, in the building. He jumped off all of this. If it wasn't for Soulja Boy, most of us wouldn't even be here. Hey, what can I say? Soulja Boy influences all over King Vader's channel, hands down. That's not a knock at either one of them. Check out this channel. Gonna love it. Let's recap, nigga. Check out these channels. Nigga, RDC, World 1, classic. Caleb, classic. King Vader, classic. Look, we ain't playing here. I told y'all. We're the YouTube table of contents. Why? Because they ain't got one. We are YouTube's TV guide. Why? They don't even print them. I don't even think they make TV guide no more. YouTube gets better and better. And in my TK Kirkland voice, every year, there's a fresh crop of new 18-year-olds that's turning 18, either starting a new YouTube channel or taking one and revamping it into an adult channel after they've been doing it as teenagers. I have plenty of work to do. I don't plan on stopping. We've got more channels for you. If this has been your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Until next time. Welcome to YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Alright. This next episode, international personalities. We're going to bring to you Timothy De La Ghetto, because if I say your actual name, I'm going to fuck it up, so I'm not going to do you like that. Connor Chan, a.k.a. Oscar from the WWE, the Raw Women's Champion currently. And Maxim Baddie. Some of y'all might know who Maxim Baddie is. He's big in UK. I'm talking about he's got millions of subscribers. So, let's begin. This next channel, Timothy De La Ghetto. What is Timothy De La Ghetto? Well, first of all, I didn't want to butcher your last name, so I can't pronounce it. I'm not even gonna try. I don't want to fuck that up. But we all know Tim. He was one of the stars of Wildin' Out. He's an actor. He's a comedian. He's a musician. Wildin' Out forever, brother. We will never forget that show. But shout out to him. He's been everywhere. He's been in movies. I mean, De La Ghetto's been clowning, and then he's been around for at least maybe about 15, 20 years. I'd love to see his track record. I mean, oh my God, his report is why should you check out Timothy De La Ghetto? Like I say, he's done various things. He's got the food show, Bad and Bougie, that he has with Big Brain, I want to say. That's who he was hosting it with. He's got a new food show, Sin Foods. foods, off the rip, Tim loves food all over his channel. So you're going to love that about it too. What's the best thing about his channel? Well, I mean, we get to look into his personal life. Like literally, you get to watch him grow his brand and naturally become an independent businessman, all from the Wildin' Out show. What can I say? Wildin' Out has spawned so many independent comedians on their voyage to success. It's not even funny. Shouts out to you. Keep your head up, man. We ain't gonna let the haters stop us. Check out Timothy De La Ghetto's page. Like I said, you get an insight into his personal life. He has a beautiful, lovely wife who's all over his channel with him. Shouts out to Black Love. You can't get enough of that. Timothy De La Ghetto, still going strong. Check out his YouTube channel. Alright, this next channel, Kana Chan. Who? What is Kana Chan? It's Asuka! Nobody's ready for Asuka! That's right, this is Asuka, the Raw Women's WWE Champions channel. And she's basically a gamer. And her channel is all about gaming, all things pop culture, and it's freaking awesome. Why should you check out Kana Chan? I mean, come on, if you're a wrestling fan, we all want to know what our wrestlers or our favorite wrestlers are like at home. And this channel does that plus. I mean, I've noticed how much Asuka loves to sit around, campfires, she loves to grill. She loves to grill a lot of sushi. And I want to say I might have even seen her eat octopus. I mean, like I say, you get to see another side of your favorite wrestler outside of the ring. What's the best thing about Kana Chan's channel? How much of a retro gamer she is. I mean, blew my mind when I seen it. She goes on shopping sprees for retro games all the time, and to my knowledge, I want to say maybe the GameCube and the Wii are probably her favorite retro gaming consoles. Hands down, she's got a lot of gaming on those two particular channels, and I mean on those two particular consoles. She's also been featured on, check down in the playlist, gaming content, Up, Down, Down. She's been featured on Austin Creed's channel, another WWE superstar that's into gaming. Shouts out to you. It's a new day. Yes, it is. For gamers and wrestlers alike, everywhere. I mean, this is Kana Chan's channel, aka Asuka, and it's all things Asuka on this channel. Check it out. If you're a fan of hers, you will not be disappointed. You will love this channel. Even if you're a wrestling fan, retro gamer, something for you here. Check it out. Alright, this last channel, and most definitely not least, Maxim Baddy. That's exactly how you have to say it, because he has an accent, okay? Trust me, you're gonna love this guy. And what is Maxim Baddy? Basically, it's a reaction channel. And you know, I don't normally deal with reaction channels. I don't watch them unless they're hilarious. And this guy is funny as fuck. I mean, oh my god. Maybe it's the accent, maybe it's not. Like I said, I thought he was in Africa somewhere, but after we've done a little research, come to find out, we believe he's based out of the UK, and he reacts to everything pop culture, media, video games, TikTok, you name it, he covers it. Why should you check out Maxim Baddy? If you do like reaction videos, this is one of the guys you should check out. I mean, literally, he's got almost, I think he might have 2 million subscribers, if not more, so that should tell you he knows what he's doing. He's one of the funniest, I thought, Africans that I've ever seen, but he's based in the UK, so he's got a lot of content on his channel from America to the UK. He's hilarious. What's the best thing about Maxim Baddy? I can't get enough of it. I love his accent. Man, the facial expressions, the shit that he be saying. If he hasn't started or been doing stand-up, hopefully he has. I mean, he's got a bright future in front of him. The dude's hilarious. And another thing that I love about his channel, once again, I don't really deal with reaction channels except his and a few others. It's nothing but reactions. He ain't got no skits. He ain't got no podcasts. I don't even think he got interviews, maybe a few, but it's mostly all reaction videos. So kudos to him for pulling off a whole channel of the exact same content. Shouts out to Maxim Baddy. I love his channel. You will too. On the same note, shouts out to Shake My Hand, Jay Black, great reactions. Tyrone Magnus, great reactions. And Sky Ray View. All of you are on the list. Hey, Jay Black is down in the description. I want to say Black Nerd Personalities. Check it out in our playlist. Yo, check out Maxim Baddy. He is awesome. You're gonna love his channel. So, let's recap. International personalities. first one I gave you, Timothy De La Ghetto. Check out his channel. Long live Wildin' Out. Shouts out to you, Nick. The next channel I gave you, Kana Chan. Nobody's ready for Oscar. Check out her channel. And last but not least, Maxim Betty. Check out those 3 channels. Like I say, International Personalities edition of YouTube Table of Contents today. I have been your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. If this has been your first time, please like and share and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you later. Hey, I'm Nigerian, so I feel that I can get away with that. I got Nigerian blood in me, so I can burn on as many motherfucking Africans as I can. I got that right. Welcome to YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Welcome back. I am your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. Today's contents, YouTube female comedians. We have today Jenny Babas, we have Kanigra Dion, and we have the lovely Miss Sade. Let's begin. Alright, this first channel, Jenny Babas. What is Jenny Babas? Well, according to her About tab, she believes that laughter is the best medicine, and she's gonna make you laugh your stress away. I also can't go any further without saying how I discovered her. Team CT all day. Look, I can't bring up a lot of these comedians without bringing him up. That's how I discovered a lot of these guys, and shouts out to the Foxhole. That's where a lot of them came from. Why should you check out Jenny Baba's channel? Well, besides the fact that she's drop dead gorgeous, I mean, she's just magnificent on the eyes. You can check out her various sketches on her channel, as well as the ones on CT's channel, but she's got plenty of sketches for you to fulfill your Jenny Baba fetish. I guarantee you, you're gonna love her work. She's spot on hilarious, especially when she does her roommate sketches. What's the best thing about her? It is her collaborations with other people. I want to say her and Big Ja, hilarious every time, but I think the best chemistry I've seen with her is my boy, King V. You are on the list, buddy. All I can say is I want to say King V is probably one of the best writers I've seen on YouTube so far. But like I said, Jenny's got plenty of collabs with everyone all over YouTube. She's a beautiful young woman. You're going to love everything about her channel. Check out Jenny Babas. Alright, this next channel, Miss Sade. Who, what is Miss Sade? Not to be confused with the singer. This is a dark-skinned version of Sade, a young black woman from Inglewood, California. And to my knowledge, she just started her YouTube channel in like 2019. Down to earth, charismatic. She just happens to know how to make people laugh. Unlike a lot of other YouTubers, she gives you her email and would love to collaborate with you. So hit her up if you're trying to collaborate with other. Why should you check out Miss Sade's channel? Not to bring up the last beautiful woman, but she's drop dead gorgeous. She doesn't need makeup. She has a natural, beautiful look. She does. She reminds me of my wife. I'm not even gonna lie. That was one of the first things I noticed about her and made me fall for her immediately. Let's just say they have similar jaw structure. But that's irrelevant. It's not, but that's irrelevant. Once again, you need to make that a shirt. What's the best thing about Miss Sade? Honestly, to me, what stood out to her is her swag. I mean, with being a comedian or in the comedy arts, if you will, you gotta have a certain kind of energy. She has that energy, but she also has a very sick, dark, twisted style of comedy, and it kind of complements her attitude the way she displays it. Like I said, her energy is totally different from any other female that I've ever seen on YouTube, and that's what makes her stand out. So I guarantee you're gonna love Miss Sade's channel. She's hilarious, collabs with all kinds of people. We've seen her on various channels with other guys. You won't regret it. Check out Miss Sade. You're beautiful, girl. And like I said, you remind me of my wife. She should not be mad at all. Keep up the good work. Alright, this This next channel, last but most definitely not least, Collier Radio. Who? What is Collier Radio? And it's pronounced Ka-Nee-Grub. Don't fuck her name up. She's a southern girl from Alabama who's now living in the LA streets. Kind of funny, kind of fashionable, model. She designs clothes. She's a stylist. She does music. This girl does a little bit of everything, and she's a little bit great at all of it. Why should you check out Collier Radio's channel? Well, she's naturally beautiful. She is a massage for the eyes, and literally this woman epitomizes black woman's attitude, and we love it. And like I said, you better not mess her name up at all. Don't mess her name up, please. What is with people? Like Jason, it's one word. Cat tried to tell y'all stop messing up people. And really, before Cat said it, Martin said don't mess up her brother's name. What's the best thing about Coller's channel? She collabs with everybody. Like I say, B-Lynn, Monty Drake. Monty and Sade has great chemistry together. You're gonna love their skits. B-Lynn, Monty Drake, great chemistry. We discovered her actually through another guy's channel, and you're on the list too. He gets most improved YouTuber, period. We've been watching this guy for about 6 or 7 years. Elijah TV, hey, you keep working. And I mean literally, if you go watch his very first video about 7 years ago to now, great. I mean, his channel epitomizes never give up, stay dedicated, and you get rewarded with your dedication. Like I say, I discovered her from his channel. I want to say I might have discovered, did I find Monty that way? Like I say, all of these guys collaborate with each other. Collier is hilarious. Her attitude and comedy blend is magnificent. You won't regret it. Black comedy alive and well on YouTube. Check out her channel. You will not be disappointed. Alright, so let's recap. Today's episode was YouTube female comedian. And what was the first one? We gave Jenny Baba. Check out Jenny. She's beautiful, intelligent. You're gonna love her style of comedy. Freaking hilarious. Next channel, Miss Sade. You're gonna love Miss Sade. It's a different style of comedy. Once again, you know, we don't want to have everybody doing the same thing. You gotta do this YouTube thing. You gotta make you unique and accentuate the best positive about yourself. And Sade does that. Last but not least, Ka-Nee-Grub. Don't fuck her name up. Collier Radio. Check out these 3 ladies. You're gonna be dying laughing. And once again, Team CT all day. If I'm not mistaken, all of them have probably been featured on Team CT at one point in time. But shouts out to you, Clayton. Clayton Thomas showed us a lot of love, and he's a great guy all around. And once again, like I say, all of y'all niggas need to be calling Tyler Perry. Period. Don't call nobody else. Call Tyler. And just look at my YouTube channel. That's all y'all need to do. I mean, we need to have more movies out here. Come on. What? I'm not saying they hating on black comedians, but it's a lot of sport. Until next time. Welcome to YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Star Wars! This is the Star Wars episode. Told you it was coming. I'm going to give you 3 channels today. Generation Tech, Star Wars Theory, and Star Wars Explained. Yes, nothing but Star Wars on today's episode. Let's get it started! This next channel, Generation Tech. What is Generation Tech? Star Wars. It's got something to do with Star Wars. They've spoken on it. They've covered it. Period. Star Wars. I told y'all this was coming. Mandalorian season approaches us, so this is right on time for that. I mean, oh my God, this channel will have a lot of things Star Wars on it. Especially, I mean, I just don't want to put any spoilers out here. Why should you check out Generation Tech? Because Generation Tech is going to give you a lot of the backgrounds. What may have happened in this? Why did you see this happen this way? way how this happened this way. Generation Tech really looks on kind of the mechanics, the force, if you will, and very descriptive. What's the best thing about Generation Tech? The fact that you can come to a channel like this and dissect all of your childhood's favorite space movies is amazing. And I mean, how a Star Destroyer is built can be found here, why all the stormtroopers look the same can be found here. Just a lot of general questions can be answered on Generation Tech. So if you want to start off and you're new to Star Wars, check out Generation Tech. It should be one of the first channels you check out. This next channel, Star Wars Explained. What is Star Wars Explained? Well, subscribe to see new videos every week covering Star Wars canon and Legends lore. They talk about the characters, the history, ships, technology, aliens, planets, behind the scenes, books, comic books, video games, television, and of course the film Star Wars that we've all grown to love. And here you can learn about it. Why should you check out Star Wars Explained? If it's got a lot of the canon in it when it comes to the media and the books and the comic books, and I mean, some of it can be overwhelming. Well, here, Star Wars Explains pretty much covers all the books and canon, comic books, all of those, you know, the stuff. They even tell you what's in canon and not canon. So they cover it all here at Star Wars Explains. You would need to know that if you're going to be a deep fan of the genre, because not everything will translate well into the movie as we're learning. What's the best thing about Star Wars Explained? Like I said, the fact that you have a place that you can come and be kind of like a index, if you will, for Star Wars. All of that can be explained here. So another great channel that you want to try to put into your YouTube Rolodex on Star Wars. Check out Star Wars Explained. I guarantee you, they're going to make sure if it's a book or something that has came out, and it maybe used to be in Star Wars, a lot of Star Wars Legends is not canon anymore. They're still pulling pieces of it over, and I'm waiting to see what they do with this shroud of, I think it's like the doorways. Palpatine has a room full of doors. I want to say that's like a back door to the multiverse of Star Wars. Like I say, all that kind of stuff can be explained here. Check out Star Wars Explained. You will love this channel. Alright. This last channel, and most definitely not least, Star Wars Theory. This is a channel made by a Star Wars fan that makes Star Wars content. I mean, it gets no better than that. We're all fans of Star Wars, and this guy's no different. When it comes to the movies, the games, all the media, we get to have it here. Case in point, I've got two other guys, Hacksmith and Alex Lab. You're on the list. But we reviewed Hacksmith down, check in the comments. Both of these individuals made lightsabers in real life. Once again, Star Wars, we can't get enough of it. It's Mandalorian season. Sasha Banks has a role on The Mandalorian. Rosario Dawson is going to be Ahsoka on The Mandalorian. I'm not spoiling anything. We all know these things now. If you want to find out all things, anything Star Wars, you're going to check out these three channels. We don't even need a recap. I mean, Mandalorian time. I may even put in the description. This guy took the intro music, flipped it, made a hip-hop song all about The Mandalorian. This is the way. I guarantee you, Mandalorian's coming. Get ready for it. This is the way. We all going that way. You better catch up. This is not a bandwagon train that you can just jump on. If you ain't followed Star Wars, you're just lost, buddy. But Mandalorian, Kevin Favreau, what's his name? David Favreau, I think that's his name. Happy for fucking Marvel. Happy and Iron Man saved the Star Wars universe. Hands down. I've been ecstatic. Everybody talks about Baby Yoda. If you don't know who Baby Yoda is, I don't know what you're either you gotta be The Rock, because you ain't been living under one. Dude, I'm so hyped. I hope I just find all Star Wars shit just to put up in the box, y'all. Real talk. So this is the way. I've been your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. All things Star Wars, wrestling. We gonna cover it here. Comic books. I'm your guy. Check us out. Mandalorian, I want to say, I think it's the 30th, might be the day before Halloween. Right now, we on the boys. Check out the boys. In the comments, if y'all do leave some comments, let me know if you want me to do a voice review. I'll probably review the whole season. We got like 3 episodes left, so let me know if you want me to do a spew, my review show to the boys. Trust me, we want to do it. And The Watchmen got like 4 or 5 Emmys last night. Shouts out to Regina King, the whole Watchmen cast. We need a season 2. Like I said, oh my God, comic books and space. 2020 has been a very lopsided year, but I guarantee your media they're gonna make it better. Your media coming soon. The Black Widow movie's coming. Everything's gonna get better. We just gotta get this year over with. But let me know if you want that review. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about me. I'm out. Welcome to Untitled Chapter. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Welcome back to the YouTube table of contents. I'm your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. Welcome to YouTube's TV guide. For today's contents, gaming channels. So we're gonna discuss Average Sniper, one of my personal favorites, gaming historian, and if I had the Bill and Ted music, Metal Jesus Rocks. Let's begin. This first channel, one of my personal favorites because he's on my friends list on Xbox Live. Average Sniper. Who? What is Average Sniper? He's a sniper, plain and simple. And he likes to show you the true path of snipers' enlightenment. So he's basically a shooting game expert, more or less. Covers top tier shooters and the next gen PC genre. Why should you check out Average Sniper? Well, play PUBG like I do, or Call of Duty Warzone. I'm not gonna get into that. But mainly PUBG is how I fell in love with him. And he covers all the ins and outs when it comes to bullet drop, bullet distance, bullet penetration. I mean, he can make you a better sniper. He's made us a better sniper. At least get you above average. What's the best thing about Average Sniper? He basically gives you updates every time there's an update on either PUBG or Call of Duty Warzone or any top tier PC genre shooters. He's gonna give you an update video, let you know about the update, what's new, what they've changed, what they've added, glitches they possibly fixed, and etc. But above and all, give this guy a chance. He's gonna make you a better sniper. Let's just face it. If you're not a good sniper, you're not really gonna enjoy shooters these days. The game has changed. Running up and just shooting people with shotguns is a little outdated. Maybe, yeah. But check out Average Sniper. Yo, when you see this, I'm on your friend list. Like Jason, add me. I think I am. You've messaged me and everything. I can't get this guy to join the game for nothing. I would love to play with you, Average Sniper. Yo, check out his channel. This next channel, Gaming Historian. What's this Gaming Historian? Well, it's a documentary series about the history of video games and also reviews books and certain other video games that he may find interesting. The show was researched, written, edited, and created by Norman Caruso. Why should you check out Gaming Historian? Well, if you're into retro games, and I'm sure you would be, most of us 80s babies are, then I'm sure you would be interested in the history of all of them. Then you need to check out Gaming Historian for all of your 8-bit fantasies and beyond. They will cover your childhood. Literally, he looks just like you. What is Metal Jesus Rocks? Is a long-haired rocker dude who runs a popular YouTube channel dedicated to retro gaming with a heavy metal soundtrack. With a little help from Seattle's gaming community, he covers hidden gems, buying guides, as well as the I Hate You series, Gamer Eats, and so much more. He also used to be an employee of the mega publisher in the 90s, Sierra Online. I think you may remember them. And he brings his love of big box PC gaming to his channel. They drop videos every Tuesdays and Fridays of every week. Why should you check out Metal Jesus Rocks? Well, his opinion kind of matters. Worked for a gaming company. I mean, he almost got 1 million subscribers. And I mean, you will eventually gain his trust. Basically, he knows his shit. What is the best thing about Metal Jesus Rocks? Well, the fact that you got the 80s, retro gaming, rock and roll, all the aspects of all the things you find yourself in a very euphoric, classic VH1 kind of atmosphere. I mean, look, this episode almost was completely retro gaming, but you know, channels disappear. I'm playing these videos out, so it was almost all retro gaming. But check out Metal Jesus Rocks as well as these other channels to get your retro gaming fix and all your video gaming issues today. Check them out. So, let's recap. First channel I gave you, I am Average Sniper. I think it's something like I am Batman. Average Sniper. Yeah, that's what he did. I am average sniper. Check him out. All your sniper needs. He made me a better sniper shot, and I used to run from the sniper. So if you want to get better and tired of getting shot from a distance, check his channel out. He will make you a better shot. The next channel I gave you was Gaming Historian. If you want to see some great retro gaming documentaries, go to check out Gaming Historian. And like I said, last but most definitely not least, Metal Jesus Rocks. You're gonna love this guy's channel. I mean, if you grew up in the 80s, we have a certain love for retro games. I got my Nintendo 64 on my tablet, real talk. So remember that 8-bit duo controller? I'll probably put it up on the screen. Yeah, that's what I play. My 64, NES, Genesis. That's my 8-bit heaven right there. For all things retro, check out these channels. Want to be a better sniper? Check out Average Sniper. I've been your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. If this has been your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about me. Until next time. Welcome to Untitled Chapter. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Welcome back to the YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide. Today's contents, more of the conscious community. We love the conscious community, and we're gonna keep giving y'all channel after channel of the conscious community, and this one is no different. This first channel, Young Pharaoh, Higher Perspective. Now, yes, Young Pharaoh does have two channels, but this is more or less about the Higher Perspective one. YP, Young Pharaoh's Higher Perspective. It's basically a video review channel of Young Pharaoh himself as he gives his higher perspective on everyday life, news, and all things happening in the world today. Why should you check out Higher Perspective, Young Pharaoh? Well, we both pretty much have the same teacher. He is a student of the great, the best. Like I said, yes, we still have some of the best YouTube channels we ain't even done yet. And Sarat Seti, you are on the list. We're going to get to you. And Young Pharaoh is a student of him. And that's one of the reasons we rock with him. What's the best thing about this channel? He most definitely gives you a higher perspective on a lot of things that you might not see blind to the naked eye. For examples, body language, what an individual was doing before this or that. For better or worse, it's all about context. And Young Pharaoh has done a whole channel about putting things that happen in society in proper context. And this channel is perfect. Just go check out the channel from, he's done things far as, it was an instance with the little kids that was attacking the guy, and I think they might have been at a Chuck E. Cheese. He might even did the Red Table Talk. He's done when Antonio Brown was wilding. I mean, he covers all things pop culture and media on this channel, giving you a higher perspective on what maybe really was going on when things were really happening. Because there's always three sides to a story. That person, the other person that was dealing with, and then the facts. So, Young Pharaoh has designed a whole channel around breaking down facts in a contextual environment. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. Check out his other channel too. And Black Power, Sarat Seti in the building. We got you coming, but certain channels we just want to do a certain way. So just be patient with us. Alright, this next channel, Hotep Jesus. What is Hotep Jesus? We're kind of still learning. I mean, he's a very conscious black man that we admire his opinion. We discovered him on Joe Rogan's podcast. So, I mean, once again, kind of like, what was the guy? China Matt, how we talked about his channel. we're fans of China Mac. Obviously, we seen him on Vlad. Well, we seen Hotep Jesus on Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is also, down in the list. We reviewed his channel as well. He's just a very eclectic individual, and I think everybody should check out Hotep Jesus, especially if you're in the conscious community. Another brother with a very eclectic mentality on all things life these days. Why should you check out Hotep Jesus? Like I said, another conscious mind from the conscious community that you should check out, has a higher perspective on all the things that we love in the world and looks at things in a certain light that most people don't, and is a very articulate individual and can carry a conversation very well. He has hours of binge-worthy material on his channel. What's the best thing about Hotep Jesus? Like I say, it's conversation, obviously. I think if he gets more, recognized people onto his podcast, he probably would be recognized more often. But I know I just got into Hotep Jesus. I guess my favorite or the best thing about his channel was him and Young Pharaoh had a 2-3 hour long conversation, and it was awesome. So check out Hotep Jesus, another member of the conscious community that I just recently discovered. So I'm just learning as much as hopefully you will. But check him out. He's worth giving you some time, and he's gonna put you on a higher wavelength. He vibrates very, very highly than the average individual. So I admire his vibration. Check out Hotep Jesus. Alright, this last channel, I'm not even going to read the teleprompter. Love this channel. Brother Rich, Black Magic. What can I say about he is truly like a conscious Bryant Gumbel from the hood. Brother Rich is just something about, like I said about Chris Van Vliet. There's a difference between having an interview and then two people sitting down having a conversation. And 9 times out of 10, the conversation is going to captivate you more. Brother Rich has somehow matched from Professor Griff to the pills. I want to say through him is how I found the pills. Why should you check out Black Magic, Brother Rich? Once again, it's the conversations that he has. Shouts out to Serious Minds. Professor Griff, he's also checked down in the playlist. We have him in the conscious community as well. Him and Brother Rich do a weekly podcast of about an hour or so every week, and they always have the most eclectic conversations in the conscious community there is, and I'm always blown away when these two individuals get together, as well as when I see Brother Rich. He also does a lot of things with the pillars, which brings me, what is the best thing about Brother Rich and Black Magic? Like I say, I want to say he's the reason I discovered Red and Blue Pill, Know the Ledge Radio. I did those guys. Look, check out that conscious playlist as hell. But Brother Rich is sprinkled throughout our community, and he's one of the best conversationalists there is. And to my knowledge, there's this song called King of the Jungle. On YouTube, it's titled Cambada, but I hear how Cambada raps. I don't think that's him rapping, but I bet you he probably did the beat. I want to say that's Brother Rich rapping this song. This song is the top of my meditation playlist. I listen to this song every morning. This is how I wake up. King of the Jungle has been, since y'all put it out, it's been on the top of my conscious music playlist and has not moved. So if somebody can confirm that Brother Rich did this song, because it sounds a lot like him, this is truly it's probably one of my favorite songs in the world. The song itself takes you on a mission itself. So check out Brother Rich, Professor Griff, Serious Minds, The Pillars, Red Pill, Blue Pill, Know the Ledge Radio. Shouts out to Sinetta TV. The conscious community is alive and well. I guarantee you'll love it. And if you want to hear the song that I think Brother Rich did, it's called King of the Jungle. It's on YouTube. I listen to it every morning. Oh my God. Words cannot express the way that song makes me feel. It's like my ancestors get wrapped around me every time I hear it. And I think Brother Rich did this song. Another reason I love this individual so much. So shouts out to you. Shouts out to Black Magic. Continue doing your work. And like I say, check him out every week. Him and Professor Griff does a podcast every week, amongst him doing stuff with other people, as well as the pills. Check him out. Let's recap today's contents. Conscious community. What was the first channel I gave you? Young Pharaoh. YP's High Perspective. Like I say, we have these videos on YouTube that pop up all over social media. If it's one of those that you like, Pharaoh's gonna cover it. Trust me, if you ain't never been to his high perspective channel, you got plenty of hours worth of binge-worthy material. Check that out. Next channel, Hotep Jesus. Another newcomer that I've learned of in the conscious community, and he's got hours of podcasts on his channel as well. Like I said, check out the one with him and Young Pharaoh. Probably one of the ones I was most interested in because I love both of those individuals. Check out Hotep Jesus. And last but not least, Black Magic, Brother Rich. These three channels you're gonna love. Check them out. I love all y'all. Words can't express how every channel that we reviewed in the conscious community playlist, check them out, has bettered our lives from the very first day that we encountered them. So check this out. I hope it helps y'all like it helped us. I have been your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. If this has been your first time, please like, share, and subscribe, and tell your friends about us. Until next time. Welcome to YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Alright, welcome back to the YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We're YouTube's TV guide. Today's contents, tech channel. This first tech channel, too much tech. What is too much tech? Once again, no one wants to fill out the About tab. Too much tech is basically all things gaming technology. It covers your keyboards, your mouses, laptops. If it's got something to do with gaming technology, they cover it. Why should we check out Too Much Tech? If you want to be up to date on the latest technologies, gadgets, laptops, anything pop culture relevant to technology today, they cover it. And here's where you're going to get the best scoop. What's the best thing about Too Much Tech? Not necessarily a PC gamer, but if I was, they got my back. When it comes to having the best hard drive, best cooling systems, fans, all things like that. Too Much Tech is literally what it says, Too Much Tech. They've got enough forever. And they come up with videos weekly. So check out Too Much Tech if you're into all kinds of PC gaming, computer technology, anything current, they've got you covered. Check out Too Much Tech. This next channel, Unbox Therapy. What's Unbox Therapy? Here you will find a variety of videos showcasing the coolest products on the planet. When new smartphones pop up and new gadgets and technology that you never knew existed, it's all here on Unbox Therapy. Why should you check out Unbox Therapy? I'm gonna start wearing a shirt that says everything that I just said. I'm just gonna make that a shirt. What's the best thing about Unbox Therapy? It's the stuff that they cover. I want to say recently they did a video on a futuristic shoe that allows you to feel sound. Yeah, all kind of crazy gadgets, man. Unbox Therapy brings therapy to the ingenious ingenuity of modern day technology, and you probably are going to see it first here on Unbox Therapy. So for more things like shoes that you can feel sound, which is just preposterous to me, but I would love to experience it, check out Unbox Therapy, gadgets galore, and a bunch of unique things that you probably never seen. Check them out. Alright. This last channel, and most definitely not last, the B1M. Can I tell y'all a secret? Believe it or not, when I was younger, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an architect. And then when I became a teenager and got in high school and realized how much school it was, I said, fuck that. I'm still interested. I love to design things, you know what I'm saying? I never really grew out of it, but yeah, a lot of school. The B1M, I get to relive that. What is the B1M? If you love construction, this is more or less construction in general, this is the channel for you. Hosted by Fred Mills, the B1M is the world's largest, most subscribed to video channel on construction and brings to you new videos weekly, every Wednesday. Watch as you check out the B1M. Like I said, I wanted to be an architect, so I kind of get to enjoy seeing all the various different ways you can design buildings, and the world is beautiful. You will be in awe. I mean, some of these cities that they go to, the structures that you see and witness, it is amazing that humans have created these. We're just going to get more creative and more elaborate as time goes on. What is the best thing about the B1M? I haven't got to travel much of the world, but until I do, this channel allows me to get to see the entire world in one click of a button. And I guarantee you will be in awe and jaw drop when you come visit the B1M. I mean, these cities are spectacular, and we did this. We created these luxurious creations. So kind of that's the theme of this episode this week, what we created and how much we enjoy it. And the B1M literally is like the big daddy of technology when it comes to building and designing buildings. Check them out. So let's recap today's contents. Tech channels. First channel I brought to you, Too Much Tech. Literally, it's all the tech in the world that you would need to know about. Check them out, especially if you're into any kind of gaming type PC world. Stray Dog, this would be the channel for you. I got a partner of mine who's fell off into gaming. E-Dog as well. It's amazing that both of my friends, Stray Dog and E-Dog, yes, these are real people. Both of you love PC, and every time, I hate talking to video games with y'all too, because you always bring up, man, you need to get on PC. And I got a PC, I can actually do it. I just don't want to. Shouts out to y'all. Y'all would love Too Much Tech. It reminds me of y'all. The next channel, Unbox Therapy. Like I say, from those cool shoes, cutting edge technology that you're not going to see anywhere else in the world, man, Unbox Therapy is going to give you some water cooler talk. Check them out. Last but not least, if you want to see technology at its grandest way it can be seen possible, y'all, check out the B1M, some of the most luxurious skyscrapers in history and on the planet, your planet. This is a way you can see these magnificent cities, like I say, at the click of a button. My name, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. I've been your host. We have been the Table of Contents, YouTube's TV guide. If this has been your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about me. I would trademark it, but I think it belongs to Chris Tucker. But I gotta get it before DC get it, because DC will fuck around and get that. Until next time. Welcome to YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Welcome back to the YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, and today's episode is about YouTubing, or how to become a YouTuber. Today I'm going to give you 3 of the most influential channels that I found that have helped make WTDS the channel that it is today. I'm going to give to you Jack Cole, Potato Jet, vidIQ. Let's begin. These first contents, Jack Cole. What's Jack Cole? He basically makes content about video editing. Why should you check out Jack Cole? Because since you picked up a trait known as video editing, you might as well make some extra money off of it. And he pretty much gives you the ins and outs on how to go about doing that. We even have a couple of ideas on YouTube and outside of YouTube that we can make money off video editing. There are many things. Weddings, all kinds of photo shoots, of course, music videos, house tours, you know what I'm saying? The virtual tours from buildings, mansions, homes, you name it, theme parks. Video editing is everywhere, and some people may even land themselves on sitcoms, movies. Trust me, the fact that you chose to be a video editor is a great trait, and it doesn't have to just be here on YouTube. What's the best thing about Jack Cole? I mean, like I said, I pretty much learned not everything that I know from his channel, but when it comes to the technical side, I use a program called Shotcut, which is like the kindergarten version of Premiere. Got a free trial. If you want the whole app, it's only $10, but we've been using it from day one, and Jack Cole taught us the whole app. app. And I mean, maybe about no more than 10 videos, 5 to 10 minutes apiece. Jack Cole knows what he's talking about, knows how to make you better at it, and knows how to keep you motivated in the process. What's better motivation than money? So check out Jack Cole for all your video editing questions. This next channel, Potato Jet. What is Potato Jet? Once again, this is someone else who did not fill out the About tab. Okay, so we're just going to do the best thing we can. We want to say Potato Jet's name is Gene Nagata, and he resides in Los Angeles, California. He more or less covers all things YouTube equipment. I mean, from your cameras to your lighting, your setup, the whole nine. Potato Jet has got you covered. Why should you check out Potato Jet? I mean, we all have to start from somewhere, and we all want to have the best technology for the best product possible. This is where you need to start. Potato Jet will let you know when and what to buy. You don't want to be out there and we spending a bunch of money unnecessarily. That's what people love Potato Jet's channel for. Best thing about Potato Jet, he puts up videos weekly on the latest cutting edge cameras that come out to date. I mean, I want to say Canon's got a couple of new ones out. I want to say I think he did the C300 MK. I think there's a new R5 that he covered. Sony has a new A7 III. And I want to say, Gino Films. He's a video director here in Louisville. I want to say he's getting that particular camera. Potato Jet is going to have everything that you need to know. What is the cutting edge in cameras and technology, lenses, lighting? You want to get to know Potato Jet. If you're trying to be a YouTuber, this is a great place to start out. We started out here. Check out Potato Jet. You can't go wrong. This last channel, and most definitely not least, and other than Think Media, this is probably the most important YouTube channel on YouTube, vidIQ. What is vidIQ? vidIQ helps content creators get more views, more subscribers, in less time. Hands down. This is truly your YouTube education. Why should you check out vidIQ? This is the #1 Chrome extension for YouTube's free software that helps you uncover metrics on every YouTube video you discover. From trending topics to identify top-ranking keywords to boost your videos, SEOs, and help automate your channel with various video tasks and so much more. Their app is awesome. What's the best thing about vidIQ? This will end up becoming your YouTube home. Here is where you will find tutorials on how to use all their tools, all their tips. You will also learn tips, tricks, and guides on how to grow your YouTube channel on a daily basis. You will also learn what you will need, and they also show you what actions you will need to take. Everything I said is the reason you should check out vidIQ. Like I said, other than Think Media, they have been the blueprint, my YouTube journey personally, and I'm always giving them, I'm suggesting them to everybody. I'm always suggesting them in my favorite community, Black YouTubers on Facebook. Love you guys. This is one of the channels I'm always telling y'all to go check out. Why is they so important? I already said it earlier, but the most beneficial thing to me, other than their app that has all of those great tools, help you find keywords that you can put in your tag tab. vidIQ has got all of that, but they do channel audits. Why is the channel audit so important? Even if they don't audit your channel specifically, and maybe they have, you just ain't seen it. These video audits on Tuesdays is liable to be like 2 hours long, but they literally go to random channels. They talk about the thumbnails. They talk about the presentation. Here is where I learned about getting your channel in order. You may have heard me say this on our live streams, Mondays, Conversations in the Sunset. Matter of fact, we're filming this on a Monday. Later on today, we will have a Conversation in the Sunset, 8 p.m. on WTDS, Channel 13 News, where we talk about all of these things. The video audit taught me how to make my thumbnails cleaner, taught me how to organize my channel, creating playlists, and that's what I was gonna say. I try to tell a lot of y'all, if you're all over the place, your channel is gonna show that you're all over the place. So the least you could do if you want someone to stay on your channel, organization goes a long way. If I see this person has all these certain types of videos categorized and organized, then I know I get to go to the specific one that caters to me. You know what I'm saying? So once again, vidIQ has taught me how to organize my channel, make it look cleaner, really pay attention to less is better on your thumbnails. Trust me, the channel audits on Tuesday is the most important thing. Check that out. Check out vidIQ. All right, let's recap today's content. YouTubing, how to become a YouTube. Like I said, check out Jack Cole, Tutorial Heaven, whichever program that you decide to get. Like I said, he suggested several. He even has videos on suggesting what are some editing software you can check out. Jack Cole is the place to go. If you want to know what's the best equipment to get, there are various other channels out there. There are none like Potato Jet. Potato Jet is always going to be on top of the cutting edge, latest camera equipment, lighting. Check him out. And last but not least, vidIQ. What could I say? I mean, if Sean Cannell is the coach of YouTube, this is the playbook that he's using, because vidIQ has a very distinctive manner in which they have broken down how to make you a better YouTuber. Always check out Think Media, Sean Cannell, but check out vidIQ too. I bring them up almost hand in hand because that's how much they've helped out WTDS and got us to where we're at. So if this has been your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. I have been your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time. Welcome to YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Alright, today's content's review channel. This next channel, Collier. What is Collier? Collier is the leading source for entertainment news, film and television reviews, and industry innovation. Why should I check out Collier? I mean, they're quite current. I mean, they upload videos on a daily basis, and recently they gave us, I guess what you could call Comic-Con footage, you know, due to Dos Equis sickness. We're all doing the best that we can. So, you know, you'll probably get some of the most up-to-date and most current footage from them. What's the best thing about Collier? They're reliable. Like I say, they're always current, they're always on time, and so, you know, they'll never have you waiting with Collier. So go give them a shot. If you're into pop culture and all things of that nature, Collier is where you want to be. Check out that channel. I get a lot of insight and scoops ahead of the curve because Collier's on top of it. So that's another reason why they're that important. Check them out. This next channel, Cinema Wins and Sin. What? Because liking things is more fun than not liking things. And sometimes movie critics are wrong. Movies are full of plot holes, errors, bad acting, and some movies have plenty of wins. And every week they do a movie that you may love or not love, but if you have your mind already made up, I guarantee you there's more greatness to a lot of movies than we put forth. And some movies deserve the winning treatment, and the internet is full of so much hate and negativity. They wanted to give you some videos that would hopefully brighten up your day. They mostly exist just to remind you of that. And every Tuesdays and Thursdays, they drop new video. Why should we check out Cinema Wins and Cinema Sins? They got a counter in the corner of the screen, and literally, you would be surprised at how many good things are in a movie versus how many bad things are in a movie. The numbers get pretty big. I mean, trust me, when it's a trash movie, oh my God, math is beautiful. Math is beautiful. It's science. But what's the best thing about Cinema Wins or Sins? Dude, I did not know this. Once again, start filling out your About tabs. You can actually, remember, start filling out your About tabs. You can actually call a hotline and do your own movie reviews. Dude, this is probably one of the most interactive things we found on YouTube to date. So check out Cinema Wins and Sins. You can review your own if you want. We're itching to try that out. We haven't done it yet, but that is freaking awesome that they do that. So, and that's another reason why I always wondered why the voice that I'm hearing sometimes either changed in pitch or tone. That's hilarious. Check them out. You're gonna love that. That's the most interactive thing we've found yet. Alright, this last channel, most definitely not least. He's easily probably one of the top reviewers on YouTube to me, Jeremy Johns. What is Jeremy Johns? He's an American YouTuber that makes weekly movie reviews on the latest and newest films released. Period. That's what he does. I mean, he's at the top of his game. Why should you check out Jeremy Johns? He is truly at the top of his game. I mean, he's hilarious. I mean, once again, someone who doesn't fill out the About tab. We had to Google this guy just to get a little bit more reference on him. I mean, he doesn't do stand-up, and we do. You reek of stage presence. You really should check this out. I mean, what's the best thing about Jeremy Johns? Everything I said above. I wish there was stand-up on this guy. Between him, that's good sports. We're gonna put something right there. That's good sports. Brandon, you and Jeremy both need to do stand-up. I mean, it's just something that you're naturally gifted at. I mean, your videos are hilarious from day one. I've been watching y'all. I've been watching Jeremy for years now, so both of them spot on need to do stand-up. But check out Jeremy Johns. I guarantee you, he's hilarious. And even stuck in this Dos Equis sickness, he's been quite creative. You know, movies can't be released. You know, a lot of people are Vmoing videos or whatever, live streaming services or whatnot. He's went back and got some of your classics and made them fucking hilarious. I mean, dude, he did Independence Day, Top Gun. Dude, check out Jeremy Johns. Binge-worthy material. He's one of the most hilarious YouTube review channels on YouTube. Check him out. Alright, so let's recap. First channel today was Collier. Updated constantly. Probably the first one to give you the latest on anything and all modern things news. Check out Collier. Next channel, Cinema Wins and Sins. If you love movie reviews, then this is a channel that should be on your list of movie reviews that are very beneficial if you're thinking about seeing a movie, if you have, or movies that you don't want to see but you're still curious about. I guarantee you, Cinema Wins and Sins is perfect for that. And last but not least, Jeremy Johns, another great movie reviewer. It might even be a movie that I don't want to see. I'll check out Jeremy Johns. I'll check out Collier's review. I'll check out even Cinema Wins and Sins. I'll also check out Tony Baker. He's on the list. We're going to get to you. Check out these channels for all your reviewing content. Check out these channels for all your review content. I have been your host, like Jason Joseph, a.k.a. Ridiculous. That's Christopher Lacio. We are WTDS, the YouTube TV guide. And this has been Untitled Chapter. If this has been your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time. Welcome to YouTube Table Content. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, a.k.a. Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Alright, these next contents, wrestling podcast. This next channel, Ryback. What is Ryback? The official YouTube channel for the big guy and his Conversations Ryback podcast. Here you have links to feedmemore.com for his Feed Me More nutrition line, which is also available at Amazon, and all things Ryback. Why should you check out Ryback's channel? Well, like I said, it's all things Ryback. And I'm not going to say he's all over the place. I mean, he'll do Feed Me More, Grubs, Chick-fil-A's one, and various other companies. But he's got workout videos, as well as being into his nutrition company, feedmemore.com. You can check that out. He's going to want me to say that. What's the best thing about Ryback's channel? Well, like I said, sometimes you get to catch and interview some of your favorite wrestlers from some of your favorite former companies. And I mean, he even teases at his own return from time to time. So, you know, we're praying that he goes to AEW. I'm sure that's where he's going to go. This will be the channel. Probably let us know as soon as that happens. I guarantee you it's going to come from here. So, you know, if you missed Ryback from the WWE, check out his YouTube channel. Here you can catch up on all things Ryback and Feed Me More. He'd want me to say that. This next channel, Chris Vite. What is Chris Vite? 4-time Emmy Award-winning Chris Van Vite travels the world chatting with various superstars and wrestling celebrities all over it. Why should you check out Chris Van Vite? Well, he's a lifelong wrestling fan, and he tries to ask the questions that you would want to ask the wrestlers if you was there. And even from time to time, might even get in the ring and take a bump or two. And his goal is to make these interviews feel less like interviews and more like two people just having a conversation. What's the best thing about Chris Van Vite? I mean, dude, it's who he's interviewed. He's interviewed everyone. When I say everyone, he's interviewed everyone. Impact, Ring of Honor, NWA, TNA, even ECW alumni. I guarantee he's covered it all. It's kind of like, remember the old school shoot interviews? Well, this is kind of a new take on him, and he's pretty much mastered that. So check out Chris Van Vite. You're gonna love him. I mean, he's really due to this, Wednesday Night War? TNT Dynamite! Live every Wednesday on TNT's Colorized Classics. He's more or less like a pipeline between all things wrestling. I mean, we catch all of these different wrestlers as they transition to the various companies, and Chris Van Vite is like a new school, modern day Jim Ross, if you will. I mean, I'm just being honest. This guy's awesome. Hey, I've got a new Stuart Scott. Jim's still here, but this guy is well on his way. Check out Chris Van Vite. This next goddamn channel, when I say it's the best, it's the goddamn best. The fucking best. Yeah, I said it, the best. Ain't none of that, oh, last but not least. Fuck all that. Jim motherfucking Cornette. He deserves that fucking intro. If you don't know who Jim Cornette is, you either live under a rock or you are the rock. What the fuck? This is his YouTube channel, and it's awesome. Oh my God, I have flashbacks from time to time. I can't remember my granddad, but everybody tells me that I would sit in his lap and he would listen to the radio, probably golf or whatever sports, and maybe even wrestling. He's the reason I'm into wrestling. He took me to the fairgrounds, and I've been in love with like Jerry King Lawler ever since. So, you know, this is all my granddad's fault, but I can remember him vividly listening to possibly wrestling even over the radio. I mean, this is what Jim Cornette's channel reminds me of. That's why this is the best. That's what it means to me. What is Jim Cornette? This is all of his audio artwork. It's original and exclusive on his YouTube channel under his copyright. This is the official full-length episodes and clips of Jim Cornette's podcast, and the only official home on YouTube of the Jim Cornette Experience and Jim Cornette's Drive-Thru. This is his very own channel, owned by Jim Cornette and Brian Last, and managed by the Arcadian Vanguard itself. Why should you check out Jim Cornette? Like I said, starting this off, if you are a wrestling fan and you do not know who Jim Cornette is, kill yourself. I mean, what can I say? We're not going to say he's a wrestling guy, but I mean, he would be an extent of one in this wrestling world. He is truly one of the greatest managers and announcers of all time. And for the record, anytime you put a bucket of chicken on anybody's back and say he runs across Africa, it's fucking hilarious. I don't give a fuck. It was funny. NWA, you tripping. What's the best thing about Jim Cornette? You get his personal opinion on everything and all things Jim Cornette. I mean, pop culture from time to time. It's mostly wrestling. Jim is Jim, and why he hasn't done stand-up yet is beyond me. I gotta make sure I do that. I'm gonna say it again. It's beyond me. You get the Jim Cornette Experience. You get Jim Cornette's Drive-Thru, co-hosted by Brian Last. The Arcadian Vanguard is another branch off the Jim Cornette Experience, if you will. All of these things are connected. I guarantee you they're going to give you the best wrestling audio to date on YouTube. Check out Jim Cornette. Let's recap. Today's episode, Wrestling Podcast. Today's content, Ryback, Feed Me More TV. Check out Ryback. Catch up on all things Ryback. If you've missed him, because I know I have, this is how you catch up on Ryback. And hit feedmemore.com. Feed Me More. This next channel, Chris Van Vyk. Like I say, a new take on old school shoot interviews with a splash of the millennial generation. You're gonna love that. And last, but like I say, the best and greatest audio in YouTube history, hands down. Stop hating. The greatest, the man. Other than Ric Flair and The Rock, he should be allowed to say whatever the hell he says or wants to in any form of context when it comes to wrestling. I mean, people, calm down. I mean, this guy's the Rodney Dangerfield of commentary. Give us a break. Jim Cornette, check out that channel. Damn it, I've been your host, like Jason Joseph, a.k.a. Ridiculous, goddammit. And my brother's name, that guy, Christopher Lacio. He would want me to tell y'all that. If this has been your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about me. Until next time.
Well, now, Brian, the rumors are running rampant. I love that alliteration. Rumors are running rampant on all the big names that are apparently in the process of going to join the Lollipop Guild over at our friends at AEW. And the first one that's been mentioned is the one I actually believe the most, and we've talked about this, Brian Danielson. When did we talk about this? Was a month or 6 weeks ago. We were mulling over who another surprise they were announcing could be.
Oh, no, it was a lot sooner than that. It was maybe 2-3 weeks ago.
Well, we do so many of these shows. Time passes by so quickly. He makes sense. He loves to wrestle. He loves the act of wrestling in the ring. He wants to work with guys that he hadn't worked with before or in a long time. He's got a second lease on his career. The WWF, booked him shabbily at various points in his life when he was trying to break through and about to break through, but they didn't let him or want him to until finally he did. And he's not somebody who even does this strictly for the money anymore. And he can still work Japan, as we mentioned. And if there's any reason to want to go to Mexico anymore, he can still do that. Depending on whatever their pandemic fucking condition is down there. So I believe that. Do you? I mean, that's not far-fetched.
I think it's a good move for both parties. Obviously, it's a great move for AEW. You're getting a legit wrestling star, someone who fans treat seriously, someone who's really good at everything he does, someone who'll be a great representative of the company. For Daniel Bryan, you get a lighter schedule. You get what I'm going to assume for him is going to be a really fun, friendly backstage environment. You get the opportunity to be as creative as you want, or some cases maybe not want to be. You get to work with your pick of guys, more than likely in AEW, in New Japan, or in Mexico. He has financial independence. He's done really well for himself. And now it's time for him to do something that he'll actually enjoy with wrestling, because a lot of these guys, a lot of guys who have signed with AEW, a lot of guys who in the future will sign with AEW, are going to be guys who have the opportunity to go back to WWE. Maybe not dollar for dollar the same deal, but they're going to ask themselves, where am I going to be happy? I'm still going to make a lot of money, but where am I going to be happy? And I think for a Daniel Bryan, AEW is the perfect place for him.
Now here's the question. What are they going to do to Bryan Danielson to somehow make him part of the circus? Is he going to be an island unto himself? Is it going to be that all the silliness is confined to the other segments and he can go in and be the best in-ring worker in the business, or however they're going to market him? Or is he going to be out there playing with kids and doing bad television? This is a serious question, because who have they gotten, no matter what their star power or previous reputation, that they haven't immediately put into skits with children and made them less than one of the boys already instantly? Besides Paul White and Mark Henry, they can't do that with the announcers, because they don't interact with the wrestlers that much. But otherwise, who?
Yeah, instead they showed us Paul White didn't know how to work a scale. But I think with Daniel Bryan, it presents a unique opportunity. And if you look at the AEW roster from when they first got on TNT and you look at it and you say that's like the original roster, so just additions since then, there haven't been too many that have been done, in my eyes, well. Again, they haven't had anyone the size of star as Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson. I guess we should get used to calling him again right now.
Yeah.
So we've seen Christian Cage come in, and there was some, it's unfair. I was going to say there was some initial excitement about what they do with him, and that was after the disappointment because they were building it was going to be this big star, and people expected a Daniel Bryan and a Brock Lesnar and a CM Punk. That may have been one of the times recently we talked about it. And then Christian Cage, and since that time, what have they done with him? They teased an Omega feud. He randomly showed up a few times. He started doing promos for Jungle Boy, and now he's feuding with his rival from 20-plus years ago.
And so I don't buy that everybody that comes in is just an idiot and just doesn't know how they should be presented or how things they shouldn't be doing when they're just starting in the company. So one has to think that Tony Khan does not go to these guys and say, okay, what do you want to do? He's coming up with shit for them to do, obviously. And they're not arguing enough about it. Will Bryan Danielson be different?
No. I mean, maybe it won't be as stupid, but maybe it will. I mean, he did comedy stuff with Kane. I remember watching them in a restaurant argue over yes and no. And it was stupid. They were adults acting like children, besides the fact one of them was in a red outfit in the middle of a restaurant. I mean, the whole thing was ridiculous now that I think about it, but he's done these comedy skits in the past, so I think he'll do it. And, to my overall point that I've made this before, the AEW week-to-week booking and the formatting of the show is atrocious, but that's not really what it's about. It's about the pay-per-view. And I think they'll be able to set Daniel Bryan up in several matches that are real matches that people want to see more than they would want to see a Christian Cage, quite frankly, against Kenny Omega. I think Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega is a much bigger match than Christian Cage versus Kenny Omega. I think Bryan Danielson versus, if CM Punk's in there, that was the match I told you a while back they could sell out a stadium with. And it looks like they're about to sell out that stadium, and both guys may end up being there that day anyway. So we'll see what happens.
Well, and here's, before we talk about the other fella, so what you're saying is basically, and I kind of agree with you now that I'm thinking about it, it doesn't matter what kind of tomfoolery Bryan Danielson is in on the weekly television show, and I don't know that he's necessarily going to move the needle on the ratings that much because the people that are really into Bryan Danielson are already watching the show, and the people that are really into the WWE probably ain't going to watch AEW. But he'll be worth whatever they're paying him on pay-per-view for at least the first year, because if they have 4 pay-per-views and line him up with what the AEW fans see as a dream match, it doesn't matter what the promotion is or what the angle is behind it or what the fucking promos are like, because they just want to see a dream match that they haven't seen before. And that'll draw on pay-per-view for the first year. So you're probably right there, and that it's a good, hopefully they won't put him on TV any more than they have to fucking screw him up, so he'll even draw better on the pay-per-views.
That's the other problem, though. I was thinking the same thing as you were saying that. Well, hopefully they don't have too many free Bryan Danielson matches on TV, because it will water down the eventual match on pay-per-view, but
just having him on TV in general will make him
they're about to launch a second
valuable
show
to the public.
I mean, part of the reason I have to think that they're doing all these signings, and look at how many there have been in just a very short period of time, they're about to launch another show. They've signed, in the last month and a half, they've signed Andrade, Malachi Black. I just read Jake Roberts signed a new 2-year deal. A 2-year deal.
To do what?
They brought in Chavo.
This is his dream job. He walks to the ring, stands there, has a disgusted look on his face at what he's looking at, and walks off. And every 6 months, he takes a semi-bump.
They just signed Thunder Rosa to a deal. They finally got her. They got Mark Henry just a few months ago.
Hopefully, she will be the new coach of the women's division.
I think that they are on right now a bit of a tear of signing people up. And they have another show. So they're going to have 2 YouTube shows, their main Wednesday show, and now the Friday show, which will never be the main show because we've seen what Friday numbers are. They're trying to get as much talent as possible. I think what's going to be interesting, if they do, in fact, get, as all signs are pointing to, Bryan Danielson, perhaps a CM Punk, this is a promotion that has made very few roster removals.
And that's where, yeah.
Welcome to YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Alright, these next channels, we're going to put them in the conscious channels, the conscious community. Roland Martin. What is Roland Martin? His unfiltered daily show is broadcasted from Washington, D.C. that focuses on news, politics, culture, entertainment, social justice, sports, education, business, and finance. If it's important to you, they'll cover it and be treated with some of the top minds in public policy and academia discussing the news of today. Why should you check out Roland Martin? Because ever since he left his departure from CNN, he's technically been clowning. I mean, he's recaptured his entire fan base. He's almost on 24 hours and covers all things black, hands down. You even get a small insight, just a little piece, into his personal life. You know, what's the best thing about Roland Martin's channel? We still get him. I mean, he was very influential when, you know, he was on that evil place cable, but now he's one of us. He's a warrior for YouTube now. And, you know, that's all great because what's beautiful about YouTube is you gain your independence here. That, to me, that's the best thing about seeing Roland Martin on YouTube. The same, like he kept that same energy. Everybody hears that. He truly embodied keeping that same energy. He's keeping the conscious community on its toes because, I mean, that's what I consider a lot of his rhetoric, regardless if you do or not. He's one of us, and I value Roland Martin's channel. So, you know, if you black, check out Roland Martin. If you've been missing him, he's been on YouTube this whole damn time. Check him out. This next channel, a Banner Vision. What is a Banner Vision? This is everything and all things David Banner. What can I say? I mean, his music, he's finally started his own podcast. If you've been wondering what's happened to Like a Pimp, look no further. Why should you check out a Banner Vision? Well, because here you get to see conscious David Banner articulate himself to his people on a higher frequency that we've all came to enjoy from all of his speeches all over the world at different colleges, his appearance on various different platforms. What's the best thing about a Banner Vision? I get to see one of my heroes, favorite rappers, producers, continue to grow and age like fine wine as we grow older. I mean, you know, David Banner is quite well-renowned, articulate individual, and you get everything to love about him here on a Banner Vision. So, if you on YouTube and you love hip-hop, check out a Banner Vision. Check out a Banner Vision if you love hip-hop. M-I, crooked letter, I, humpback, I. David Banner. I wish I could get that sound like. Alright, I should have put China Mac over here and Roland Martin with the personalities. This last channel, T.I. Expeditiously. What is T.I. Expeditiously? The multi-hyphenated actor, rapper, entrepreneur, family man, philanthropist, and activist. Tip T.I. Harris is bridging the gap and shedding light on important social topics and much more in an authentic eyebrow-raising diet that you might want to pull out your dictionary expeditiously. Yeah, a few typos even here. I'll leave you alone. Why should you check out Expeditiously? Because it's a game, bitch. King of the South. This is like ATL shop. Fuck you talking about? Look, this is your ultimate hood nigga using his platform to reach a whole new audience and broaden their horizon. That's the best thing you can do when you're a rapper. What's the best thing about this channel? My favorite episode, I ain't gonna lie, is when Alex Jones is on there. The only grown guy I know that's on Ritalin, but I'm into that kind of conspiracy stuff. So Alex Jones, T.I. just had a very eclectic conversation and I very much enjoyed it. He's had NBA stars, NFL stars, movie stars, you know, the list goes on. He's got a very wide variety of conversations he's had on Expeditiously. And this is just something else that the king, homie, gets to add to his portfolio. And for the record, Young Dro was still one of the coldest rappers in the game. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? I need a verse battle, Young Dro versus somebody. Period. Young Dro versus Lil Scrappy. How about that? Put it in the universe. Make it happen, Cap. Alright. Cause I ain't got no roof, nigga. Dro cold, period. Alright. Let's recap. Today's content, conscious community. Even though I should have put China Mac on this episode and made this a hip-hop conscious community episode. God damn it. And Roland Martin could have been on other personalities, but Roland Martin's subject matter just kind of fits here. China Mac would have fit here too, but fuck it, you get it. Alright, we had Roland Martin. Check out his channel, especially if you miss him. All things black, he got us covered. A Banner Vision, David Banner, finally comes to YouTube and gives us a podcast with all of his great intellect. And last, most definitely not least, King Homie T.I. with Expeditiously. Check out those 3 podcasts. I guarantee you get your vocab on. I have been your host, like Jason Joseph, a.k.a. Ridiculous. That's been Christopher Felicio. We are WTDS, the YouTube's TV guide. This has been the table of contents. If this has been your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time. Yeah, this. He would be laughing just like this. We do shit like this. We was 2 of the most diabolical niggas that never made it in the comments. Welcome to YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, a.k.a. Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. These next contents, personality. This next channel, Miss Jackie O and DC Young Fly. What's Miss Jackie O? Well, this is basically DC Young Fly's girlfriend. They basically met at Wildin' Out and started making babies. What can I say? Hey, they found love, and this is like a video vlog for their relationship. And you know, well, what can we say? We get to watch DC Young Fly find love in this. What can we say? We get to see what it's like for them to find love and a relationship within the confines of Hollywood. Why should you check out Miss Jackie O? Because this is like DC's family homepage. I mean, it's hilarious because like he isn't shy about the only reason you got fans and followers because they're trying to see what I'm doing. He's hilarious. Like he teases her and messes with her the whole time. But this is like his second channel, if you will. He's not on every episode. A lot of it is her and what it's like being a young mother. But at the same time, when he pops up, it's always interesting. What's the best thing about Jackie O's channel? DC Young Fly's there. Okay, other than that, you know, what can I say? If you're an 85%er and you know, you supporting the 85 South show, you supporting that giant Wildin' Out family, Go Black Squad. I mean, yo, this is just another branch of the tree. And you get to see 2 of them go off and be great role models for this generation. What can I say? You get to see young comedy love at its finest. DC, keep up the good work. Shouts out to you, Miss Jackie O. And yeah, I think they're due for another baby now. It might be another girl. Hang in there. Get you another shotgun. They're easily probably like my top 3, one of my favorite couples on YouTube, hands down. But nigga, get you some more shotguns. You gonna need them. That's another girl. Alright, this next channel, China Mac. Who? What is China Mac? This is China Mac's official YouTube channel, home of everything China Mac. From his music to food he eats, various podcasts, everything China Mac is here. Why should you check out China Mac? Well, he's an Asian rapper. I want to say he's done time in the pen before, and he's a very young, articulate, opinionated person, and he's one of the regulars on Vlad TV. That's how I discovered China Mac, and check out his interviews there, and you'll see why he's a very captivating individual. I mean, yo, what's the best thing about China Mac? I mean, other than his music, I don't want to make that the only reason, but he did just do a song recently with Method Man of the Wu-Tang Clan, Real Talk. So China Mac is a very authentic individual, and I knew nothing about him until I seen his interviews on Vlad, and I've become a fan of somebody who I totally never would have found if it wasn't for Vlad TV, so shouts out to that. He was also in the protest and giving you first-hand accounts on the ground floor of what was going on. Yo, China Mac is a spot-on, upstanding citizen, if you ask me. What can I say? The hood needs more of them. Check out his channel, China Mac. Check out the song he did with Method Man. You're gonna love his channel. Okay, this last channel, most definitely not last again. We're gonna try to group this family together, and this is the Hodge family. We got Dana Hodge, and then we got her uncle and her father, the Hodge twins. These niggas. What can I say? Look, I follow Dana because she's like Hodge Light. You know what I'm saying? If you got like Bud and then you got Bud Light, she's like Hodge Light. Cause like if they do something crazy, she gonna talk about it. But she talking about it. But it's very dangerous to go to their page directly. You can go subscribe to their page if you want to. They are some of the most vulgar, rude, gross, funniest, disrespectful, most diabolical motherfuckers I have ever witnessed in comedy. They're on a very Gomez brother style of comedy, if you will. If you're from New York, you know what the fuck I'm saying. These niggas are grotesque. Why should you go check out the Hodge family's channels? Yes, it's comedy. They're hilarious. I mean, their rants are unbelievable. I can't even really tell them apart because they switch. I don't necessarily know the uncle from the father, but it doesn't really matter. These niggas is hilarious. She is hilarious in her own right. Comedy obviously is in this family's gene pool at a very high rate. What's the best thing about this family? Like I said, man, you just gotta check them out. It's wonderful how, it's scary wonderful how such a vulgar, grotesque, verbally, with dismemberment. I mean, these guys, how they can create such a beautiful young girl. And I'm not going to say she doesn't have any of their traits. Like I say, she's Hodge Light. You can go to their channel, take it to the head if you want to. Boy, these niggas here, look, check them out. You'll see when you get there. So, let's recap. Okay, we had our first channel, Miss Jackie O and DC Youngfly, their family page, if you will. Check them out. Like I say, it's black love at its finest. Who doesn't want to see that these days? I'm trying to put more happiness in the world, put it that way. That's why here at WTDS, we try to put positive content out. And I stress positive content. Not that, negativity is gonna come, but you shouldn't be standing out there with a negative magnet on your chest. Just something you don't want to really do. So we make positive content. Check out Jackie O's page. You're gonna love it. Beautiful family. Next channel, China Mac. I don't want to call him an up-and-coming hip-hop artist because, he's probably been around for a while. But, check out China Mac, up-and-coming hip-hop artist. It's the first time I've heard of him this year. And shouts out to Vlad TV. Check them out. I think we got a video. Yeah, we did Vlad. Y'all remember that? And last but not least, the Hodge family. Dana Hodge and the Hodge twins. We'll probably put them over here. Yeah. Check out those channels. I guarantee you're gonna love it. If this has been your first time, please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell your friends about me. We have been your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. Tell a friend. Until next time. Welcome to YouTube Table Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Today's contents, comedians. This next comedian, Shula King. What is Shula King? He's an American comedian who's known for his roasting talents on various forms of social media. And as of season 14, he's one of the newest members on the hit show Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out on MTV and VH1. Why should you check out Shula King? Well, he's one of those comedians that's in my 60 Seconds of Funk category, you know, like those other ones, Action Jackson, Desi. I guarantee you he's known for, somebody wanna tell me. And I guarantee you within 60 seconds of hearing that, you're gonna be holding your ribs. What's the best thing about Shula King? It's probably not on his channel, but you might have to dig for it. But you have to hear him tell the story of how he got into his family's business of the funeral home business. Yeah. According to him, I think his family's been doing it for decades now, whatnot. So it's the family business. And how he got started in it, he was 12 years old and his father asked him, hey, come help him with something. But he didn't tell him what he was helping him with was a body. Like I say, you have to hear Shula explain. It's hilarious. Shula King, I guarantee you. And the best part about him, other than that is on his channel, man, Shula King liable to drop 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 videos a day. I don't know how he does it. He does it at a very productive, consistent. He's in the top 3 most consistent comedians when it comes to 60 Seconds of Funk. Easily. Shula King, love your work, brother. Blessings to the family. Keep up the good work. I love that y'all have a family business and it's stuck in the business for as long as it has. And now you have your comedy businesses. So, continue to teach us how to be independent. Stay on top of that money. You're gonna love his channel. You're gonna love Shula King. Check out his channel. Alright, this next channel, Kev on Stage. Who is Kev on Stage? Well, to our knowledge, he's one of the creators, executives of what we have as the current all-deaf digital comedic platform where we have all kind of content creators. It's a place where content creators outside of traditional Hollywood get to come and display their greatest effort. Why should you check out Kev on Stage? Well, like I say, obviously he's one of the writers for them, and All Deaf Digital easily has probably the largest comedy roster in the world. I mean, what can I say? This is where I found Craig Fax. This is where I found Patrick Cloud. Tahir. Damn, internet, you scary. All of these guys, the entire Roast Me cast. La-da-da-da-da, these nuts. All of them, I found them through Kev on Stage. What's the best thing about Kev on Stage? Well, not only everything that I just said and the All Deaf Digital roster, but he's the righteous and ratchet and righteous and ratchet. He has a great podcast, review, whatever the internet is vomiting up today. Him and Doughboy, shouts out to you, Doughboy. Can't wait till you get back. They cover all subjects. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to call him a church or a Christian comedian. I will say he has a lot of ear-friendly material. And easily these days, he's like the modern-day Russell Simmons, if you will. Despite the bald head, without the money, and without the cases. Check out Kev on Stage. You're going to love him. This last channel, and most definitely not least, Ryan Davis, Austin Hall, with all due offense. Look, he's the motivation of today's show. Like, literally, as I was getting set up to do today's show, like I said, I didn't even want to talk about it. But everybody's talking about it, and once again, he comes through like Thanos with the goddamn Infinity Gauntlet, and like our Austin, whatever, like our rant, he hits you from an angle that ain't nobody else talking about, but he covers all your angles. Like I say, Ryan Davis is hilarious. Why should you check out the channel? Because Ryan Davis has a very unique form of comedy. And what can I say? He's also on our 60 Seconds of Funk comedian list. Like literally, he will have you holding your ribs, I guarantee you. What's the best thing about Ryan Davis? Okay, like I said, the Jada's Pink, all that crazy shit. An entanglement, if you will. Yeah, I give you an entanglement. What's the best thing about Ryan Davis? He untangled that bullshit, and his review of that situation is spot on awesome. Like I said, he's done 6ix9ine, Antonio Brown. He's covered many different age. If there ever was a premise for a TV show involving a comedic lawyer, if you were, this is the perfect guy for that job. Ryan Davis would be the perfect modern day Matlock with a comic twist, and he would have a great monologue for every episode. Ryan Davis is one of the future funniest comedians in the world. Yeah, I'm saying it. I've been following this guy for years. I've watched him progress. I study this dude. As he progresses, I get to progress in comedy. He's just a good comedian to check out. Follow with all due offense. He ain't gonna offend you. You're gonna get where he's coming from. Man, that's dope. And he set them on fire. Oh my God. He lit. I try to tell y'all, but he's Mike Loud. We ain't even gonna talk about that no more. I'm gonna let it go. Alright, so let's recap. Today's contents, comedians. Our first comedian, Shula King. Check out Shula King. You're gonna love his channel. 60 seconds of funk, I'm telling you. Next comedian, Kev on stage. All Def Digital, can't go wrong. Roast Me is easily the Def Jam of this era. Shouts out to you, CP. And la-da-da-da-da, these nuts. And don't forget, I love it. Man, hey. Roast Me is awesome. And last but not least, check out With All Due Offense, Ryan Davis and Austin Hall. Yo, look, I told you I had a channel, and I got more channels coming. So, yo, if this has been your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. I have been like Jason Joseph, a.k.a. Ridiculous. If this has been your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time. Welcome to YouTube Table of Contents. We are your hosts, like Jason Joseph, a.k.a. Ridiculous. We are YouTube's TV guide, giving you all the channels that you should know about. We cover everything from comedians to podcasts, tech channels, the list goes on and on. So, if this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's begin. Alright. These next contents, wrestling. You know how we love wrestling. This next channel, Being the Elite. What is Being the Elite? This is Matt and Nick Jackson. I think it's the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, Cody Rhodes. Look, it's the Bullet Club, and they have their own YouTube channel. Why should you watch Being the Elite? Well, if you're an if you're an AEW fan, this is kind of like slick backstory for their entire platform, if you will. The Bullet Club is always, Being the Elite. Hey, they're the new NWO. It is what it is. That's one that aren't taken advantage of. The Bullet Club has always been ahead of the curve, and they just keep outdoing themselves. And this is kind of like a way of giving you wrestling without wrestling. They have matches. It's not necessarily the primary goal of this. Their comedy, it's an acquired taste, but this is the new generation, and this is what they're into. So, you either get with it or get out. So, I'm always down with the Bullet Club. What is the best thing about the Bullet Club? What is the best thing about Being the Elite? It's the Bullet Club, the new NWO. We've seen the torch pass. We saw the passing of the torch. AJ did it. Impact Wrestling, always going to support that. Like I said, this is Being the Elite, a.k.a. the Bullet Club. Give or take a few members. They're everywhere, still in that company, New Japan. And hey, we even got something that might pop up. So Being the Elite gives you a backdoor insight to all things AEW. Shouts out to them. Thank you, Cody Rhodes. Thank the entire Rhodes family. Dusty is looking down, loving every minute of this. Keep up the good work. Being the Elite is the best thing. And Being the Elite was actually out before AEW Dynamite. And like I say, with their wide range that is on display within what we call Being the Elite, the backstage of AEW, it really allows them to display the various creative juices that make all things great these days. Keep it up, Being the Elite. Alright, this this next wrestling channel, Matt Hardy brand. I ain't even gotta say what Matt Hardy is. You know who Matt Hardy is. Delete! Quick history lesson. In a land far, far away named Music City, there was an entity called TNA. And here your various favorite wrestlers came and reinvented themselves. I'm talking about, oh my God, Christian came. R-Truth came and reinvented itself. Kurt Angle, Booker T, the list goes on. Not only did TNA create various different characters from the ground up, but they helped reinvent many of our favorites, and here, Broken Matt Hardy was born. Why should you watch the Matt Hardy brand? Because it's kind of like a sane Pee-wee's Playhouse of wrestling. I mean, yeah, you kind of get where I'm coming from. During his various transitions from various companies, he was able to keep his Broken Matt Hardy character alive through the transition of the Matt Hardy compound on this very channel. What's the best thing about Matt Hardy brand? We get the Hardy compound. And because we get the compound, we get the Matt Hardy family. What can I say? This is some of the most ingenious wrestling that you will ever see. And from his compound match that made history and impact, I mean, oh my God, due to the Dos Equis sickness, what can I say? This form of wrestling cinema has changed the way that we can appreciate wrestling. And what can I say? We're in this situation where, due to Matt Hardy's style of creation on the compound, all these companies have had to think outside the box. And once again, like those other guys, Matt was ahead of the curve, and all of these companies have relied, due to the Dos Equis sickness, to think on or think inside or outside the box, and this box Matt Hardy's family actually built. So Matt Hardy brand is awesome due to the fact of the creation that it's given the wrestling world. We're getting all kinds of various forms of entertainment now, interchanged within cinema, and we really truly do owe it to the Matt Hardy family. Check out Matt Hardy brand, where you can find all things Hardy Boys and enjoy. And delete. I can't wait till Jeff gets deleted so we can have them together. Oh my God, we're gonna have great matches. Wednesday night Dynamite on TNT. First of all, I would just like to say, before I do this next and last channel, most definitely not least, I had no idea, and this just shows you how the universe works, that the Bullet Club was gonna start their own wrestling company, hire JR. Somehow Matt Hardy was going to leave the WWE and come, and all of them are in the same company, AEW Dynamite! Every Wednesday on TNT. This last channel, and most definitely not least, the OG, Grillin' with JR. What is Grillin' with JR? JR's official home on YouTube. And good old JR, formerly of Monday Night Raw, and now the new voice of of AEW Dynamite, every Wednesday on TNT's Colorized Classics. Why should you check out Grillin' with JR? For 40 years, Jim Ross has been the voice of wrestling. From his start as a referee in the regional territories, he has become the executive vice president of the WWE, and nobody has a story quite like Jim Ross. From recruiting and hiring some of the biggest superstars in the industry and providing truly the soundtrack of the most important moments in wrestling history, good old JR was there for it all. Every Thursday morning, Conrad Thompson grills JR like you never ever heard before, uncensored and uncut. Or what's the best thing about grilling JR? The stories. And we're blessed to have JR in this internet era where all of this can be documented. Look, an old head once told me, anytime an old head befriends you, just ask him this one favor. Tell him to tell you two stories. What was the worst day of his life? And then ask him what was the best day of his life. And I guarantee you'll have two more answers for that question. Now, whatever you do, don't answer them the other way. Fuck around and kill yourself in front of you. You can't be having no old folks having strokes. But check out Grillin' JR, OG Supreme, now on AEW's Dynamite on TNT's Colorized Classics. Let's recap. Today's contents was wrestling. What was our first channel? Bullet Club still in the building. NWO for life. We are in control. Look, those words words just mean so much now. And last but not least, Grilling JR. Check out those 3 wrestling channels. You cannot go wrong. I told you, we love wrestling here at WTDS. I have been your host, like Jason Joseph, aka Ridiculous. If this has been your first time, please like, share, and subscribe.
Well, let's talk about CM Punk for a second, because that also is news that CM Punk is close to a deal, or they've made a deal, it's under wraps, or whatever the case may be. Those are the rumors that are being reported. Again, as a matter of fact, that's probably the best move they could make, because there's been more mystery and more demand and more CM Punk, whatever, just to get him back in the business some way. As a matter of fact, once again, if certain NDA clauses were not signed at one point, he might have been the person that I would say you need to break your bank to get him and then build everything else around him at this point. That's what I would have said back then if I hadn't signed any NDAs. But the problem then begins again. CM Punk is a guy who said he didn't want to go back to the WWE because he didn't want to be another guy doing bad television. Well, does CM Punk believe that he is going to have the power, the pull, the cachet, the responsibility to take care of everything involving him and anybody he interacts with, so that it's not bad, stupid, counterproductive television? Again, for the same reasons you mentioned Daniel Bryan, he'll probably have it. It'll be a more friendlier backstage environment, a lesser schedule, work once a week, whatever the case. He can do anything else he wants, but he was already doing that to begin with. But how do you and here's the thing also, even if you're doing Shakespeare in segment 5 and 6, if you have the trained monkeys in seg 4 and the dancing bear in seg 8 on the same show, are you still not a person doing something good on a bad television program? So does that get into how have they been able to persuade CM Punk? How many zeros might have persuaded Punk to still be on a shitty show just with more control over what he actually does?
And again, we don't know what kind of potential deal he would have. Would it be a full-time contract? Or would it be more akin to a Brock Lesnar kind of deal where you pop in and out, which may actually be the best way to truly use your star power, but we don't know what his deal is and what or how much he'll be working there.
Honestly, that would be a better way to do it, is make him, as we talked about earlier in the show, an attraction. 4 big events a year and TVs to lead up to them. Maybe not that. Depends on how it goes. But get the value for the enormous amount of money you're going to have to pay CM Punk out of the pay-per-views, because that's where you can generate income. As we mentioned, the program we're about to talk about here in a few minutes did 1.1 million people, which was up from 1 million people, which was up from 850,000 people, which was where they were when they were down from 1 million people. It's that range. And you can't tell me that adding even 100,000 people a week just because one guy is there is going to be possible on a regular basis. And I don't know if you'd make your money back on a deal of that size on television, but you certainly would on pay-per-view if you can protect. They're still the last one still doing pay-per-view. If you can protect Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson and CM Punk and not make them less valuable than they are when you sign them by exposing them on your television, which is what's happened to so many other people, they can still make a ton of money on pay-per-view, especially right off the bat. But they're not cutting any. I think back to Kerry Silkin's words when it was WrestleMania weekend of 2010, because we went to Phoenix and had 2 shows in Phoenix. And that's when I just started the previous fall, and I was trying to, network contacts, whatever, try to make him some money or save him some money or whatever. And he's sitting there with everybody in his office, Adam Pearce and Sid and the merchandise weasel. And they told him he bought 42 plane tickets that weekend because nobody lives anywhere near Phoenix, right? It's not close to anything. And he said, what the fuck is this? What am I running? Make-A-Wish? 42 fucking tickets. And that's when I had to sit him down and say, go over your talent roster. What do you pay them? Where do they live? How much do you have involved in their trance? Make your list and then come up with 10 guys that you could leave off and the people wouldn't set the seats on fire and it wouldn't drastically sabotage your wrestling show. And he did, and it saved him like fucking $4,000 per event. If not, I think it was more. And I said, then do that. So at some point, he's going to have to realize he's already had buyer's remorse, Tony Khan I'm talking about, on a lot of the outlaw friends that he signed to begin with, because we were hearing the stories in MLW and the summer of 2019. He was signing these outlaw guys that were getting nowhere near the amount of money that he was paying them for any other matches, any other promoter anywhere. He's paying them like 3 and 4 and 5 times as much, signing them to contracts. Nobody even knew who the fuck they were. And several of those names that I heard were barely on television the first year. And all they've done is sign people and sign announcers and sign legends and sign to the point where, remember, several weeks ago, I said, is Vince rope-a-doping this guy? Like, please spend as much money as you can to sign all these fucking people that I don't really want so that you will fucking go broke on what you've got. And now if he's opening up his daddy's checkbook for Bryan Danielson, CM Punk, or another name that we haven't mentioned yet, Strong Broman?
Well, no. There's no rumors right now about him going to AEW. The rumor is that WWE may want to bring back Braun Strowman because of the fear that AEW could sign him and debut him.
Well, see, I think that rumor is mistake. If they let him go just a fucking month or 6 weeks ago, I would be, if I was Vince, going, yes, please give this big slug $2 million of your money. And you'll see what I ended up with, which was not much.
You know, the interesting thing, too, about Punk and Bryan Danielson, obviously Punk can use his name, Bryan Danielson, close enough, as close as you can get. They could probably both use their entrance music from WWE, because Bryan Danielson used Flight of the Bumblebee, and CM Punk used Cult of Personality by Living Colour. Tony Khan has no problem licensing music. They're going to come out there to the music they came out to on WWE TV.
Hey, did I tell you when whatever year it was that Punk did the pipe bomb promo and they were trying to sign him and bring him back so that Triple H could flatten him, kill his heat since he got over by himself? As soon as the contract negotiations were up in the air and everybody was buzzing, as soon as he came back out on their TV and they played Cult of Personality, I said, okay, this guy got everything from Vince McMahon he ever asked for. And Cliff, no brown M&Ms, he got that because Vince hates to license music. So that would, I can see that, and that would be a huge fucking pop. Punk coming out in a big building to that song could get a Cena-like pop like we were talking about that he got the other night.
You may have a babyface problem in the world of AEW, despite it being an old wrestling trope. But I would be intrigued down the road after you get through all this. I would be intrigued by CM Punk and Cody Rhodes in a feud. I don't know about the match, but the feud and the promos, I would be very interested in that. That would be good.
Cody would have to switch heel. Cody would have to be.
There's no way Punk could be a heel now, right? No way.
I don't think so, nor should he be.
What if he comes out there and starts doing the Jim Cornette promo, the Dan Lambert promo? I haven't been here because I think you are all a bunch of jerk-offs. The Young Bucks are ridiculous, and Kenny Omega's ridiculous, and I've taken Tony Khan's money, kind of like a pipe bomb promo. I'm taking Tony Khan's money, and I'm coming here, and guess what? Now I'm an executive vice president.
Nope, that would not happen because the Bucks and Twinkle Toes wouldn't let it happen. And also, they had Dan Lambert, who's a guy they can make fun of, saying those things, and everybody could laugh. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But if CM Punk said those things, people would listen to it. And they would, even if they hadn't thought that, they would go, you know what? If Punk says it, yeah, I think they're kind of fucking, he's right. So they ain't going to be doing that.
If you are one of these guys that Tony Khan is talking to or has just signed about coming in, and you're someone who's going to be getting six figures, you're someone who's a sizable wrestling star, you're someone who's going to certainly be lending a lot to AEW.
Now, you don't think Punk or Bryan is talking six figures now?
I wouldn't if I was them. No, you go right to seven figures.
Yes. Yeah. They're not six-figure guys.
And Punk already has a deal with Pro Wrestling Tee, so he could probably just keep all of his merch, too. I would hope. Punk, negotiate that too.
Well, now, see, here's the thing. That's why I was saying you wouldn't want Punk to be a baby or to be a heel, not only because he's fresh and brand new, but because he would be selling shitloads of merchandise. You would want Cody to be a heel because he's jealous of this fucking tattooed up freak coming in here, interrupting his goddamn reality TV show.
But if you're
I could buy.
But if you're one of these guys of this stature coming in, do you say, hey, I want to be executive vice president too? I want health insurance.
Well, I think if I was one of those guys, I'd say, hey, I want health insurance, but I don't want, for a million years, I don't want to be one of your executive vice presidents. I just want the money and the insurance. And I don't think either one of those guys would want the headache that would come along with having to work with, in any official capacity, the other executive vice presidents or contribute to the overall success of the company in that respect rather than what they could do in the ring.
We've seen companies get hot for brief periods of time, like, look at the promotional war in Montreal in 72. Like, we've seen what happens. And I got to say, right now, AEW has the momentum. WWE is stature, but AEW has momentum. They're selling out this tennis stadium in New York. That's a big moment for them. They have a lot going on. Do you think this is the time to double down and just invest on as much talent as possible? And, I mean, that's... If you see a star out there like that, do you grab him or do you even think about it?
Well, yes, you grab Daniel Bryan. You grab CM Punk. I'd leave Strong Broman alone. But they do have momentum, but it's the same thing as when they asked Shitstain. They said, well, what are you going to do when business goes down? Booking like this. He's, if we do it right, it'll never go down. It always goes down. Same thing. They're signing stars. They're signing names off the other television. This happened in the mid to late 90s, as you'll recall. And yes, as long as they can keep signing these new names and hot-shotting these themed television shows and hot-shotting the pay-per-views and blah, 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 especially with their audience, which loves hot-shotting because they love chaos, they're going to have momentum, but sooner or later, there's nobody left to sign. There's nobody new. You've hit the wall. You can't shoot any more angles. You can't set anybody else on fire. So no,